All right, all right. Looks like we are live. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am, or a fantastic evening. Hopefully you had a good day, and now we're transitioning to the evening, for me at least. I know some of you guys late night. Man, I'm excited to talk about the upcoming apparent rumored Nintendo Direct. We're finally in February, so I guess we can talk about this more now. We can discuss what games could happen. I had a big video that's actually doing surprisingly well. Not surprisingly, but you know, y'all know what it is. It's doing well. The video's been rising up my ranks of views all day today, so that's pretty cool, and it's starting to hit up closer towards like my Nintendo Switch 2 videos. So thank you guys for watching that. Thank you guys for liking it. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting that video, and of course voting on the poll that is up right now on the Player Essence community page. I think they just call it posts now. They don't even call it community anymore, do they? So they just call it posts. I don't know, when did they change that? Anyway, on the posts page, over nearly 3,000 votes already. What is your most anticipated Nintendo Switch 1 game? We're going to talk about that here. Rumored Nintendo Switch 1 game at the rumored February Nintendo Direct. Legend of Zelda, Metroid Prime, Fire Emblem, Kirby. Obviously, there could be more than that. But yeah, it's going to be exciting, man. It's super exciting. So let's get to some shout-outs. And we will continue on with other stuff. Let's see here. Dior is here. What's up, Dior? Party Man. I got to give some love to Party Man. Party Man always shows up pretty early, too. Appreciate Dior and Party Man. You guys' notifications and all that probably work the best out of anybody on this channel because you guys always watch all my stuff. So if you watch all my, like, if you're someone that doesn't get notifications like instantly or right away, I'm not saying that you don't watch everything. I'm just saying that like sometimes it doesn't work as well for people who don't. Sometimes it might not work for people who do watch a lot too. But I know that Dior's notifications are like incredible, and so are Party Man. So if you guys want to get notifications as good and as well as Dior and Party Man get them, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and watch all the videos that drop. You know, even if it's in the background, watch them, then those notifications will work ASAP. So shout outs to you guys. I appreciate you guys coming through. I know you guys are busy. You guys could be doing other stuff, but you guys always make a bit of time, even if you're busy, like to stop by, or if you say, yo, OJ, I can only stop by for a bit. So I want to say thank you to the Elite Ninjas. Thank you to the mods. Appreciate you guys. And thank you. I mean, Anthony Smith, dude. He's been around. Anthony Smith, definitely the notifications work for him as well. Shout outs to Anthony Smith. Sweet like Dio Brando. A lot of the guys that show up, you know, quickly. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys help this channel go. So I appreciate that. Let's continue on here. Sweet like Dio Brando. What's good, man? EM, what's good? Glad I can get you that code, buddy. Told you it was coming. 777 OG, double OG. What's good? Soul 90s. Fingers crossed that we get Zelda Wind Waker. Yeah, I know. Seriously, fingers crossed. Exalted Donut is here. What's up, Exalted Donut? Welcome. Shout out to Streamlabs. Kevin as well. Enjoying Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Looks great on my Switch OLED. Thanks, OJ. Hey, no problem, man. Glad that you're enjoying it. It actually looks really good on the Switch OLED. Yeah, I gotta agree. It looks super good on the Switch OLED. Like, I was playing it. I think I played it last night. Did I play it last night? Or did I play it the day before? I forgot when. But I got to World 7. I was getting cooked in World 6. I got to World 7 now. That's like where it has like the different, like, it's like darker, like the lighting's all kind of weird. It's like shaded Donkey Kong. So it's pretty cool. So I played the first level in World 7-1. And then I'm going to continue on. I'll probably see if I can beat the game, and then I'll probably start doing like a 100% run, like when I get time. I don't know if I'm going to 100% like, okay, commit to it, but if I get extra time, I'll try out the hard levels. Let's see here. Is a direct coming? Yes, it should be, Ty. A direct should be coming in February based off of some rumors that we're getting here. Kevin, what's up, Kevin? Welcome to the stream. Glenmore Register, what's up, Glenmore? Welcome. Blue Jay Scepter, what's up, Blue Jay Scepter? Razor 531, what is good? Welcome. What is good? Uncaged Otaku, what's up, Uncaged Otaku? Welcome to the stream. I made sure to put rumor though and speculation as well. So in the thumbnails it does say speculation, and it does say rumored February Direct, Nintendo Direct. So it's rumor. So just keep that in mind. But it's from Nate the Hate. He's gotten a lot of stuff. He's been on the money lately, so I wouldn't really doubt what Nate the Hate has to say. Plus, other people are coming in and saying, yeah, there should be a rumor, or there should be a Direct in February as well. So we will see. Wrapping up those final Nintendo Switch 1 games. I had a big video today talking about those Nintendo Switch 1 games that we could see. Now, obviously, it probably won't be all correct, or there'll probably be some stuff, whatever, but these are some of the, I put up about 11 games, first-party games, that we could see from Nintendo that are possible targets for the Nintendo Switch 1, and announced at a February Direct. What's up, Epic Globster? What's up, Jay Davey? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? What's up, Craig Gaming 96? What's up, George FT Glenmore? Big love, guys. What's good, OJ chat? Time to represent by hitting the like button. Yes, Tank, my man. I appreciate that. That's a very good point, guys. Make sure you hit the like button if you have not hit the like button. Make sure you're chatting it up. Obviously, ask questions, whatever the case is. But hit the like button. We've got 90 people here or 80 people here. Definitely should have at least 50 to 60 likes ASAP. Like as soon as the stream starts, we should hit that. We should hit 50 likes and getting closer to 100. I'm like the downhill to 100. So let's do it, guys. Let's go. Last 9 years has been a February Direct, so it's a safe bet. Yeah, it's definitely a safe bet, Brad. I agree. Don't know how to say that name, but it says it's showtime. I'm just gonna call you a Joker. What's up, Joker? Hey, do we know if it's 2230 or 2242 SSD with the external case can be compatible with the Switch 2? I don't know what the heck that is. An SSD? No, SSDs probably aren't going to be compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2. They're going to take micro express micro SD cards. And they're probably, I mean, they might take regular SD cards, but they might not. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be taking micro SD express cards. Nintendo, they could have enabled like hard drives to be used like with the dock with the Switch 1, but they decided against it. So really, because the size of the memory cards were getting pretty large, so there was really no need. But no, I doubt Nintendo's gonna allow like SSDs to plug in and use them. I doubt it, but we'll see. But I doubt it. Let's see. It's Ray with the original kanji. Okay, shout outs, Joker. Let's go. I posted it on Twitter, but I'm not sure if we go through the algorithm. Posted what on Twitter? Yeah, I doubt those are going to be compatible. Both are. I doubt it. I think it's going to be micro SD express cards from what we're understanding here. That's what it seems like to me. Let's see here. What's up, Neo Geo riding Blue Jay Scepter? Shout outs, guys. Appreciate y'all. Bosif, what's up, man? Yeah, we'll see though. Like, it's an interesting prospect, but I think the issue that Nintendo probably has is that since the Switch is a hybrid system, it's a portable plus it's a home console, they don't want you downloading games on your SSD at home, right? Like on a hard drive that's plugged into your dock, and then all of a sudden you take it and you think, oh, I got that game on my Switch, and then it's not there, right? So they kind of want it to be like, okay, if you download a game, you know where that game is. That game is right there on your, on your Nintendo Switch system. I think it's the reason why, I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but I think it's also one of the reasons why, or probably not one of the reasons why, but I know like PlayStation or Xbox, PlayStation, you can hook up an external drive, but you can't play off of that drive. You have to actually swap it with the internal drive. So yeah, you can have an extra hard drive plugged in and you can store stuff on there, but you can't actually play games off of there. You have to transfer that back to your system's internal from the PS5. At least I know that. I don't know about Xbox, but I know PS5 you have to do that, I think. Like Switch 2 backwards compatibility. I think we all like Switch 2 backwards compatibility. That's definitely a good thing. Definitely a good thing. Good thing. If I can speak correctly today. One Me Games. What's up, One Me Games? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, brother? Shout outs and welcome, guys. Appreciate y'all coming through. Hit that like button. Let's get it rolling. And that floppy is used just like an amiibo. I'm not sure what the heck you're talking about. I think that micro SD cards are as big as a floppy disk. I'm not sure. I think it's a joke, but I don't know where the joke is, to be honest. Yo, Epic Globster, my man. Welcome back to the Tune In Tier Squad. Hey, yo. Big love to Epic Globster. Welcome back, brother. Thank you for the Tune In Tier pledge. Appreciate that. Shout out to becoming a member. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the memberships. I'll shill later. I will not shill this early in the stream for the memberships. I will not shill this early. I will contain myself until later. Thank you so much, Epic Globstar. I appreciate the tune in tier pledge. Nintendork, what's good, Nintendork? So we have not seen a new Golden Sun since the DS. Since DS need a new one. Yeah, a new Golden Sun would be great. I mean, I think that getting the older Golden Sun games all on the Switch would be good too. So like getting the one from the DS and all that would be good if they can somehow get that done. But yeah, new Golden Sun would be lit. I'd be down for a new Golden Sun. That was never a huge seller though. Golden Sun was always a product of the cheap development of where it became. Like Golden Sun, you know, it got a sequel because it sold just well enough, but it was also, it cost almost nothing to make, you know? So I think that's the reason. Once the DS game didn't sell well, they're like, yeah, we're good, you know? So that's the reason why it just never was a massive seller. And then as technology progressed, they're like, we're not going to spend more on this. It's not really that big of a seller. So yeah, I think that's what happened to Golden Sun. Hopefully we see something though. I think it'd be really cool to see another Golden Sun game. Can I get some mechanical rhythm from Xenoblade Definitive Edition? Yeah, you can get that, man. Thank you for the tune-in tier pledge. I appreciate it. Let me get that going for you, all right? Xenoblade. All right, guys, my light's flickering a little bit. I'm sorry about that. I guess I changed the bulb, but I don't know what's going on. Maybe this spider light is finally going to croak after more than a decade of using it. I think I've been using this light I've been using it since 2012. So I've been using it for 13 years. It's my old trusty spider light, man. I bought it at Target when I was like, I had just started doing Player Essence content. Well, the newer, well, oh my God, Player Essence went through the previous Player Essence channel that I had, not this channel, but the previous one when I started doing that content in 2012, I think. Yeah, 2012. Let's see here. New 2D Metroid sounds hype in 2025. I don't think there's going to be a new 2D Metroid in 2025. I think there's going to maybe be Metroid Samus Returns. I talked about that today on my video about potential games. There could be a port of that, but I don't think there's going to be a new one already in 2025. I'm guessing that will be later down the line. But there are rumors, there are some credible information that they are working on some stuff. Yo, Massive Rican, let's go fighting the opening thread.
Pouring one for the F-Zero hopefuls, especially OJ, knowing how much he loves that franchise and everything.
All right, I want to say that I apologize for what I said about F-Zero earlier. I know Massive Rican, you didn't appreciate it, and I apologize then, but I want to formally apologize now and again as well for that, guys. I'm sorry to my F-Zero fans. We should, it would be cool to see a new F-Zero. I'm actually rooting for a new F-Zero game. I'm rooting for it. Massive Rican, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate that. I love the text-to-speech. It's awesome. It makes everything sound more epic in that way. Big love to Massive Rican with the big $25. You are now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Let's get this man some love. The notifications popping off. I love that 25 opening thread. It was so much fun making that notification just because Demon Slayer is so lit. When I was figuring out what to pick, and I'm like, oh yeah, the opening thread. Gotta do the opening thread. Thank you for the big 25, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to you guys giving some love. 2 JoJo's on the board as well. And 26 on the board. That's already 15. We're only 4 away from a 30-minute extension. We have unlocked that 15-minute extension. Let's get the overclock boys going, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Overclock Buster!
Speaking of Xenoblade, Epic Globster, stream clock extended. Shout outs. Let's go, guys. Thank you for the support. 4 more combos away from 30-minute extension on stream. Let's get it. Shout outs to my man Massive Rican. That will get a 2D Metroid in the same year as Prime 4. Exactly. There's also that as well. I mean, they've done it before. Nintendo was crazy in the GameCube and GBA days. I think they launched like Zero Mission, or they launched Fusion and Prime 1 at the same time, like like the same day or something like that. But that was different. You have the home console portable. Now you got a hybrid system, so it's very different, right? You know, but yeah. I don't think they'd launch both of them in this year. I would much rather have remakes of Metroid Fusion and Metroid, maybe Zero Mission before Samus Returns. I disagree, because we can already play Metroid Zero. Wait, can't we play Zero Mission and Fusion? Aren't those available on the Switch already? Samus Returns is not available to play on a modern, on any, like, it's only on the 3DS, right? Metroid Zero Mission and Metroid Fusion, those are both already available to play, if I'm not correct, on the Switch, or maybe one of them isn't. But either way, those have been re-released a number of times now. Like, whereas Metroid Samus Returns is only on the 3DS. So I've already beat both of those games, and I mean, I beat Samus Returns, but I think the Samus Returns on the Nintendo Switch I would be more anticipated for that, because I've already played and beat Zero Mission and Fusion multiple times. I have not beat Samus Returns multiple times, and I don't even really remember the game. I'll keep it a buck. I don't remember it too much, because I played it back in 2017, and I played it over the course of time. What's up, Brian Jedi? Shoutouts. Welcome to the stream. I'm ready to trade in the Switch One. Yeah, there should be some deals, so hold on that one. There should be some GameStop deals. There should be. All in all, I'd be most hyped for Samus Returns or Kid Icarus. Wish they would re-release the original, just better. Controls would be fire. Yeah. Like, I mean, it would need to be ported or need to be remastered a bit, because obviously, it's a 3DS remastering or re-releasing is not. There's no port button for that because of the way that 3DS was built. The two screens, like, you got to do a lot of stuff to the games. Like, that's why Nintendo hasn't done a ton of them. It's not super easy. So I don't know what they do with that, but yeah, it would be. I would love to see that being re-released for sure. Absolutely. What's up, Nick93? Welcome to the stream. Big love to Massive Rican. Once again with that 25. Anyway, there's 25 more. You beat up Massive Rican on both boards, or you can time up. Hey, OJ, if Xbox wants to make everything in Xbox, then wouldn't it make sense if they made Game Pass available on Switch and PlayStation? Okay, so, Vito, like, ask yourself this. Who controls what games come to a platform? Who controls what games in terms of who okays what comes to a platform? I'm going to help you guys think a little bit more progressively when it comes to the video game industry. If you want to put your service or game on a platform, like, let's say you want to put it on PlayStation, whose call is that? Let's say you want to do it. You really want to do it, but whose call is that? Who makes the decision if that's going to ultimately happen? Who makes the ultimate decision? Microsoft or Sony and Nintendo? So think about that for a second, right? That's all you got to do. If you just simply think about that, it's like, oh, that's why. It's self-explanatory. Clearly, Sony and Nintendo don't want Game Pass on their systems. They don't want them on their systems. Game Pass is really good value, and it could, in probably Sony and Nintendo's mind, devalue their own games. So I highly doubt Nintendo and Sony will allow Game Pass to be on their system. I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure Microsoft would love that, but Nintendo probably was like, nah, we're good. And Sony's outright said they don't like Game Pass. They feel that it devalues their games. They've outright said that. So yeah, that's why, Vito. You know, that's the reason. It's not because Microsoft doesn't want to. It's because Sony and Nintendo are gonna be like, nah, we're good. They don't want that on there. Shout outs to Glenmore. Thank you, Glenmore Legister, with the 42 months. They also want people to buy. You get a bigger cut, right? If somebody buys a game for $70 or $60 or $50 or $40, they get a bigger cut. They get a way bigger cut than they would get with Game Pass. It's the same reason why you don't see a bunch of games, like third-party games, flushed on Nintendo's service or even PlayStation service. It's like a lot of the rights holders, they're like, we're good on that. We don't want to do that. So the people who own the platform or own the thing, they're like, we don't want to put it on there because we'll make less money that way. So yeah. Shout outs to Glenmore, though. Thank you for 42 months. I appreciate it. Daddy Miyamoto makes the decisions. Daddy, well, not really anymore. He used to, but not anymore. Now it's Furukawa, Koizumi, Shinya Takahashi. These are the guys that ultimately make the decisions on what's coming and what's not. Really, Furukawa, he's the real main guy who says yes or no on a lot of this. You heard what Phil Spencer said recently, right? Like, oh, I was talking to Furukawa. So Phil Spencer doesn't go to Miyamoto. He goes to Furukawa. He goes to the CEO. So he was talking to him. I mean, I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer was like probably has made discussions like, yeah, can we bring it? You know, or maybe like a limited selection of games. I'm almost positive they've probably, you know, Phil Spencer has put the feeler out there for that, you know? But ultimately, it's going to be up to Nintendo or Sony to make that call. And I don't see them making that call anytime soon. Or if they do make the call, it'll be a very severe, gimped version of Game Pass. It wouldn't be like the full shebang that you get on Xbox. So yeah, with the NS2 on the way, the Switch Direct might be console's grand finale, bittersweet audio showcasing the full lineup of games for PlayStation. Yes, that's why I had a video today talking exactly about that. The final potentially final Nintendo Switch 1 Direct. You know, so yeah, I don't buy third-party games on Switch. Why would I want Game Pass on Switch since I can get it better on PlayStation or Xbox? You don't have to do anything, Solar Ramos. It's not just about you though. There are millions of other people that aren't you, so that's fine for you, but it's not about you. It's about a service that other people might like. Game Pass, I don't like all digital whatever. You know, that doesn't mean the service shouldn't be there, you know? That doesn't mean it's not allowed to be there. So I don't know what you guys all have your own opinions and own stuff, but I don't care. Like, if you don't buy this or you buy that, that's not the point. The point is they still want it on there so people can have access to Game Pass, because Microsoft will make money. So that's the point. It doesn't matter what you want or not. It's about offering the service for people who would want it. You know, but you don't have to want it though. Like, that's not the point. I don't want Game Pass either. Like, oh, I don't buy Game Pass, but I'm still thinking like, hey, look, Microsoft would want it on there. Like, it's logic. It's not about what I want or not. It's logically what Microsoft would want. You know. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure Xbox would be pretty happy getting actual sales too, though. They're in desperate need of revenue. I mean, they're doing good on revenue. I think that they need profit. I think that's where Microsoft really needs to kind of bump their game up. They want profit. Profit and revenue are different, which I'm pretty sure you know this, Massive Rican. Obviously you know this, but I want to explain it to everybody that maybe doesn't understand. You know, revenue is what you bring in. Profit is what you actually made on that. So if you spent, I don't know, $100 billion on a game, let's just say, theoretically speaking, $100 billion on a game, and then you also sold, and then you made $100 billion and one in revenue. Well, you didn't really make much profit. You made a lot of revenue, but you didn't really make much profit because of what you spent on it. So Microsoft is looking to up their profit a lot more. The revenue's solid, but their profit is something that's not very good. It's the same reason why Sony keeps on raising prices. Their profit. It's all about their profit. Revenue is one thing. Sony makes a ton of revenue, but their profit, it's okay. It's good. Obviously, it's better than what it's been in some years, but they want to make more. Clearly, they want to make more. So I think that's really what it is where a lot of these companies, and Nintendo makes a ton of profit, way more than the other two. So I think that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day for a lot of these companies, and why they're maneuvering the way that they're maneuvering. The reason why Sony even did all the live service stuff in the first place was because they wanted to make a lot of profit. It wasn't because, oh, they want to do what's best for gamers. It was because they wanted to make a lot of profit. Having 5 billion live service games in development is not for us. That is not a gamer-focused thing. That's insane to even think that. But it was all based off of, we want to make profit. We want to make profit. We want to make profit. We just make this single player, we just make this one game. It's always online. It's way cheaper. We don't have to do physical copies. We can just do what we can charge microtransactions, and we can make profit off of it. And we can make profit off of it. That's all their goal was. So a lot of the decisions that have been made by Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo, they all try to find their own ways to make a lot of profit. Revenue will come, but profit is the biggest thing that they're looking for, you know? Shout outs to Greg with the 26 months. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Greg. Thank you for the 26 months of tune-in tier pledge. Also, shout outs to Liquid Sicilian Gamer with the $2 says, can you do a fast food goal? Call it OJ tries it. One of these days, I will do that. I'll do the big back goal. The big back goal. I got you. Hey, what's up, Minato Mario? Profit. That's what it's about, man. That's the name of the game. Revenue's good. Obviously, you want to show companies that, oh yeah, we pulling in a lot of money. We making the big dog money. That's what you want. You would love to do that, and you want to do that. But they're starting to notice that their profit margins are getting kind of slim pickings. And why do you have layoffs? profit. It's not about revenue, right? Because you're still going to make that revenue whether those people are there or not. But why do you see so many layoffs that Sony had? Why do you see so many layoffs that Microsoft had? Because of their profits. Because they know that, hey, look, we're pulling in this much. We're spending this much. If we cut this much, we can do nothing. And that's instantly more profit because we're no longer paying those people to do whatever they're doing. So we can make way more profit just doing nothing. You know, so that's also why you'll see a lot of layoffs in the industry, because their profits are bad and they want to instantly get relief, instantly get profit, or instantly cut expenditures to make their profit margins better. Maybe their profits aren't very good, but they could, make it a little bit better. So yeah. It sucks though. It really sucks, but that's just the way it is. I hate it though. I hate it because a lot of it is based off of greed. A lot of it isn't even really based off of based off of if some of these companies weren't so greedy and the executives didn't make so much money, it'd be no problem. But they want to still have their cake and eat it too a lot of times, So I think that's the problem. That's the problem as well when it comes down to stuff like this. What's up, David Dampier? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? We are 2 combos away, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, from 30-minute extension. Let's go. Shout out to Liquid Sicilian. Appreciate you, man. Mega Lee is here. What's up, Mega Lee? Lou Flame is here as well. If you guys have more questions, comments, whatever the case is, Vito, fire them away. If you got more, brother, I can answer them for you. And I'll try to do it as entertainingly as possible. But if you have them, let me know. Now, the video that I had today, I'm going to link it for you guys. So make sure if you haven't seen it, put it in your watch later. But we are going to discuss some of the games that I talked about on there. What are some of the games that you'd like to see potentially at this Direct? It looks like it's going to be a heavy port remaster type of Direct. Just get the final games out that people have been wanting. So, I talked about Fire Emblem 4 Remake. I talked about Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, finally getting those games out. I talked about Kirby Planet Robobot, which Nate the Hate did rumor. Metroid Prime 2 and 3, that obviously needs to happen because Metroid Prime 4 is coming out this year. So getting 2 and 3, we already got Metroid Prime 1 remastered. So getting 2 and 3 out, I think that's also going to be a thing. And yeah, I think that it's once again something that it's a probable outcome when it comes to the rumored games coming and all that. So if you haven't seen the video is here. I linked it for you guys. Make sure you watch it. It's awesome. I break it down step by step. Obviously, live stream I can talk about it, but it's just a certain way that's done in videos that are a bit different. And it's kind of like straight up to the point as well. But here we get your fan feedback on what you guys want, what you guys think. So what do you guys feel about this potentially upcoming Nintendo Direct? We also talked about when it could be announced or when it could drop 5th, 12th, or 19th, something like that. Yeah, Glenmore Lexington with the $2 says, game over. Yes, sir, the hippo. The hippo is hippoing. Let's get it. Thank you for the super sticker. 30 on the combo breaker. DeAndre with the $2 as well. Let's go. DeAndre with the 2 coming out of nowhere. The DK. Donkey Kong. All right, let's get this combo breaker first. Or let's get this overclock first, then we'll get into the answer to DeAndre's question. We'll read it off. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Stream clock extended 30 minutes. Hey-o, let's go, babies. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. DeAndre with the 2 says, favorite Metroid character. Can we get Metroid Fusion SAX theme, please? Favorite Metroid. I don't know if I've ever thought about who is my favorite Metroid character. I'd probably say it would just be like Samus would be my favorite Metroid character, because a lot of the there's monsters, there's the hunters and all that, and there's Metroid Prime 3 and things like that. But I mean, probably just Samus. I mean, I don't know if it'd be anybody else, which I know is boring, but yeah, Samus. All right, let's go. Shout outs. Thank you so much, DeAndre. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $2 dono. I'm not sure. This theme is really short, so I can maybe loop it. Yeah, I can maybe loop it like a few times. Ravenbeak is probably my favorite because his power suit is so clean. Yeah, Ravenbeak is pretty cool. Yeah, I'd probably say Ravenbeak. I mean, if I had to give you like my favorite form of Samus and like how she looks, I would definitely say Dread Samus or Super Metroid or Fusion. Probably Dread Samus. Like the white was so clean. So I'd probably say like Dread Samus, you know, or Fusion Samus. Dread Samus, Fusion Samus. Those are really cool. Brian Jedi with the $4.99. Yo, Brian Jedi. Appreciate you, brother. Says, can you play Lilana's song from Dragon Age Origins? May the series rest in peace. Rest in pieces. You know what? I listen, Dragon Age Origins, I know, I think it's Huddy. He really hates that game. Yeah, Dragon Age, I think he'll come back one of these days, but what they did with Dragon Age the Veilguard, they messed it up, man. They messed it up. They really messed it up. They really did, Brian Jedi. Like, they really did. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, when you've been gone for that long, and when you're coming back, the last thing that you need is controversy. The last thing that you need is weird little things put in. The last thing that you need is people saying it's not Dragon Age. That's the last thing that you need, and they literally checked every box to make this thing stupid. Like, not that the game is, like, stupid, but, like, they checked every box on what you should not be doing for after a decade hiatus, and in today's super sensitive, crazy psycho era that we're in, like in terms of how gamers think, man. Like, so it's just, it's a bag fumble. It's a big bag fumble, a huge bag fumble, because if they simply just made Dragon Age Origins 1 or the Dragon Age, that first game, and just made it really good, took that same game and then just say, hey, we're gonna make it like this, but a different game. You know, almost like when people accuse it of being DLC. That's what they should have done. You know, like Tears of the Kingdom to Breath of the Wild, or God of War 2018 to God of War Ragnarok. No, that's exactly what you should do. Splatoon 2 to Splatoon 3. No, that's what you should do. Yeah, you'll get some people saying, it's the same, but at least people like, oh, well, I like the same. At least you'll get that, I like the same. So you'll have a built-in audience of millions of people say, oh yeah, well, so what if it's the same thing? I like that. So changing it up and doing all that stuff, that was such a weird, I would have never made that decision. I would have never made it. And I think it was a bad call. Obviously hindsight is 2020, but it was a bad call. Clearly it was a bad call. Shout outs to my man, Brian Jedi. Thank you for the $5 dono. I'm going to get your music going right now too. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 5. Dragon Age Origins, Leanna's song. All right. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate that. Man, I'd love to see Xenoblade Chronicles X2. Let's just get Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition first, and let's see what they do there. And we can kind of go from there. A bit late, but I was going to say, funny, barely anyone say these companies laying off people being greedy, yet we share a lot how Nintendo's the greediest company. We definitely hear that. I mean, I think it might just be the bubble that you're in, but we definitely hear people say that these companies are greedy. No, there's definitely that out there. How about a Xenosaga Remaster Collection, Switch 1 or Switch 2? I would love a Xenosaga Remaster. Bandai Namco did an analysis on Xenosaga. You guys have some great questions and comments tonight. Thank you guys for your support. Seriously, keep it coming. But yeah, I would love that, man. But to be honest, bro, like Bandai Namco, you know, did an analysis of it and said that it's not profitable, or it wouldn't be profitable. Now that was before Xenoblade blew up. In terms of blew up is in like a modest success blew up, and that's what I mean by that. But maybe they'll reevaluate one of these days. You know, maybe they'll reevaluate. Maybe it's gonna happen. Maybe it's finally gonna happen now that Future Redeemed is done, and it's been a couple years now, and maybe they bring it back finally. Let's see. Brian Jess says Dragon Age Veilguard should have been like Baldur's Gate 3, but real-time combat. Yeah. Or, I mean, they should have just made, like, Dragon Age Inquisition 2. Just make, like, a sequel to that. Just, like, I mean, people like that game. So, I mean, I think that they should have definitely just stuck to what worked before. I don't think that if you take 10 years off, the first thing that you should, like, I don't think you should completely change up the gameplay like they did. So, I think that was the issue that I had. You know, I at least that's the issue that I thought that, hey, this probably won't work out for them. And then there was some of the, I'm not going to get into it, but some of the other, you know, the culture war stuff and some of the things like that. I just think that that type of stuff, like, it's not the time or place right now. Like, if you're Baldur's Gate, yeah, you're Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, it's a great game. You know it's going to be good, obviously, so you can get away with some stuff like that with the amount of freedom that you have in that game. But I think it was just not the time and place to do that, and, you know, to kind of put that, all that. And like I said, not because I'm like, oh my God, no, they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to express themselves. No, it ain't that. It's just like, it just didn't need to happen right now. Like, that could have been like a DLC thing. Like, you patch that in later. You just try to hit him with the little hook and pull on that. That's what I would have done. If I had to put one or whatever stuff, I would have been like, oh, just wait. I'll wait a couple weeks, wait for the sales to come in. Then I'll patch it in later. I just kind of slip that one in on the back door. I want to put it in right there so people can dissect your game and say, oh, look at that. Like, I wouldn't have done that. That's not me. I would have patched it in on the back door, bro. Like, after like a month or two. Wait for the sales to rack up. You know, wait for the sales to rack up so don't end up on Smash JT and all that stuff. You know, just wait for the sales to rack up and then patch it in back door. when you never see it coming like Joker. I would, if I had to, I'm saying I wouldn't have done it at all. I would have never done any of that. I'm just saying, if I was going to, I would have been sneaky with it and patch it in back door. But that's just me. And don't even put any notes. Don't even put no notes or anything like that. Don't put no notes. Just say, hey, yeah, we did a maintenance patch. We did a, you know, make the, you know, updated the, or made the bug fixes and glitches. Just patch it in backdoor. So yeah, that's what I would have done. But, you know, the people that are working there, listen, you can be a developer, but that doesn't mean you're smart. Like, you can be a developer and you can know tech and all that, but that doesn't mean you know business, and that doesn't mean you're smart, you know. So yeah, I'll say that. I want to see Project Hammer get completed for Switch 2. Yeah, that's not happening, man. That the development team and that whole game is dead. So if anything, it wouldn't be complete. It would just be a new game. The problem is the problem isn't the woke stuff. The quality is how it's presented and the quality of the game overall. Yeah, that's why I said that if the game was as good as Baldur's Gate 3, they can get away with that. But it's not. But it's not. So that's why I say you wait. You see the reception, and then you wait. Baldur's Gate 3, they knew they can get away with it because they offer supreme player choice, and the game is good. They knew the game was good. Their play test. They remember they had a beta. They had a beta or whatever, or early access for like a year or whatever before it came out. So they already knew their game was lit. Dragon Age did not have that. They paid for some marketing. People were like, this looks kind of mid from what we're seeing. They didn't have a beta for Dragon Age. Like, so if they did a beta and then people could say, okay, you can kind of see how it was turning out, but people knew Baldur's Gate 3 was going to be really good. It wasn't a surprise that Baldur's Gate 3 was really good. You know, so Dragon Age did not have that luxury of knowing that it was going to review the way that it reviewed, and the play testing, you know, that they were able to do because everybody was able to play the game, you know, so that's the big difference. So yeah, a new Fire Emblem when I need Fire Emblem 4 remake. I think that they're probably going to do Fire Emblem 4 remake. If we get a Fire Emblem game, it's going to be Fire Emblem 4 remake. Eternal Darkness 2, bring back Dennis Dyack. It's so annoying seeing people on Twitter saying Sony is pulling Nintendo by DMCA, the 60 FPS Bloodborne mod. They're literally protecting their IP. I don't even care, you know. So the DEI stuff people accuse off of did most of the damage to Dragon Age. Yeah, on top of the game, like I said, you can have that be a problem, right? Like, you can have that be in there, but the problem is that your game has to be really good to weather the storm. Dragon Age, and the developers talk too much. That's one thing. One, the developers talk too much. Two, the game isn't like that great. And three, it also has that stuff in there. Metaphor Refantasio has a lot of stuff that these crazy anti-woke people or whatever would be very upset about, but they're too stupid to play the game. The anti-woke people, they're actually too dumb to play the game. They wouldn't understand it because it takes reading comprehension. And a lot of these guys have no reading comprehension. They literally just go, ha, 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 and get outraged on like one thing that's easily identifiable. But a lot of these people are really stupid. Ackman already exposed that, and I've seen what they say. A lot of people are really dumb. Okay, so you also have to factor that in. Metaphor is very sophisticated, so you'd have to actually play the game, understand how government works, how certain things work, and be like, oh snap, this is super woke. But they're not willing to do that. And like I said, they're dumb. A lot of these guys are actually pretty dumb when it comes to comprehension. They're actually not very smart. But they can talk and yell and do all sorts of stuff and go blah, 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 and tell people this and that, and they can make money off of it. And that's more power to them. But a lot of them are really stupid. Let's just keep that a buck. Like, a lot of them are actually dumb. So when it comes to comprehension, not when it comes to everything, but when it comes to comprehension, a lot of them are dumb. So, like, Metaphor is really good, though, and it takes a lot of time to get into that. So that's why Metaphor can get away with it. Baldur's Gate can get away with it. Some games can. Dragon Age cannot, you know? So that's the difference. Also, Metaphor also does it in a very, it's fitting of the setting and what you're doing. You're actually trying to become a, you know, essentially the president of the kingdom, right? So it makes sense within the context. You have different people that support different ideals and different ways of life that are very similar to what you'd see in a real world. Obviously, they have to pull inspiration from somewhere. It can't all be made up. So Metaphor does it in a way that makes sense as well. So yeah. No, I didn't watch the UFC event tonight. Let's say there wasn't a drop of woke stuff in the game, it still would have flopped. George FT got it right. I mean, it definitely would have done probably a little bit better. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say that it would have been a super success, but if the developers didn't help it, I can tell you that right now. You know, the developers didn't help it. The game wasn't great though. Yeah, it was an okay game. I think it's like a 7 out of 10 type of game, 7, 8 out of 10 type of games, which isn't bad. But Dragon Age obviously has a higher standard than that. You know, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Inquisition, those games were, you know, highly lauded game of the year type of games. So yeah. Let's see. So what do you think they should do with Mass Effect 5? Go back to a couple hub maps, like linear style missions of Mass Effect 2, or try or Mass Effect 3, or try open world again. No open world. Definitely go back to what is your bread and butter, and your bread and butter is Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. That's your bread and butter. So just do that. Really, it needs to be, like I said, it needs to be very similar to the structure and style of Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. Although Mass Effect 3 has a lot of structural changes over Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 is definitely more like mission-based, more isolated, whereas Mass Effect 3 is a little bit more open. It kind of blends a little bit of Mass Effect 1. But they need to find some type of common ground between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. Make the game compact and tight. Don't try to make this into some huge galaxy spanning where you can go to 5 billion planets and you're running around in a warthog, or not a warthog, the Mako. Like, don't do all that like they tried to do with Andromeda. That's a bad idea. Just make it somewhere between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. Focus on the writing, focus on the gameplay, focus on the character development, focus on loyalty missions, focus on combining your powers, focus on the dialogue options, focus on the endings. Do all that and you'll be good. Give us a solid 85, 8 out of 10, and I think everybody would be okay. Even though that's not as good as obviously the other Mass Effect games, but if you just give us a solid game that people like, that doesn't have any nonsense overall, and you get good vibes from people, I think that would be the best way to go about it. I'm not expecting a 9 out of 10 game though. I'm not expecting a 9, like, you know, Mass Effect 2 level, Mass Effect 3 level reviews. I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting like an 85 out of an 8.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. That's all I'm expecting. That's all I want right now, you know, and then they can build upon that for the next Mass Effect game and make it better, but don't do anything crazy. Like, now's not the time. Now's not the time, you know? Yeah, like the Black Myth Wukong wins best story over Metaphor at Craig's Grifter Game Awards show. These grifters really dumb when it comes to comprehension. None of those guys even played Metaphor Refantasio. None of them even played it. Black Myth was definitely the more popular game, so they picked that. But Metaphor Refantasio's story absolutely dookies all over Black Myth Wukong. Like, it's not even close, but they never played it. Those guys never played, which is fine. Black Myth was way more popular, you know. So usually the more popular game gets the vote. Yo, what's up, Jan? Shout outs, man. Yeah, you just kidding. It's not even comparable in my opinion. One game is written well where things make sense. There's cohesion and writing was lit. Veilguard's dialogue is weird. It's like talking to kids, very dumbed down. Yeah, that's part of why it's not as good of a game, right? Exactly. Exactly. Shout outs to Alonzo Vines. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Welcome, guys. But yeah, that's what I like to see for Mass Effect 5, Brian Jedi. You know, I know you're a big Mass Effect fan as well, so I'm, you know, crossing my fingers. You know, BioWare, they said, oh, they're like under 100 employees. Good. Good. What have we gotten from BioWare when they're massive? When they have all these employees and they've been, what have they done? So I'm not saying that I'm happy that people are losing their job, but maybe there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Maybe there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Maybe there's too many Dragon Age Veilguard cooks in the kitchen. And the people that don't know how to cook, or the people that are having problems cooking, are messing up the damn formula. So maybe those people need to go, and we need to get the people in there that know what they're doing. Like a small, efficient strike team, to me, might be better than having the biggest army in the world. If you have guys that can come in covertly, get things done, like Snake. Yeah, an army's great, but Snake is better. That's all you needed. Just needed, you know, Snake. That's all you need. So that's my point. My point is, and I'm just joking with that, but my point is that I don't need BioWare to have 5,000 people. We don't need 3,000 people to make a game. No, you don't need hundreds of people to make Mass Effect 5. You don't. Under 90, 70 to 80 people is fine. That won't balloon the budget. They can focus on what's important and make a small, tight, compact game. Everyone's thinking of it needs to be like Assassin's Creed with 10,000 people working on it. No, it doesn't. Assassin's Creed games aren't that great. They have 1 million people working on it. I'm tired of people thinking that we need 10 million people to work on a game for it to be good. No, you don't. Everything is not Grand Theft Auto. Like, so I'm okay with that. What's up, just another artist? Black Myth Wukong barely had a story. Glorified boss rush, I enjoyed it, but it is what it is. Exactly. So Metaphor story is like way better. Way better. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure my shirt is inside out at this point, and I just noticed it, and I don't want my shirt to be inside out, so I did laundry. So I'm gonna go put my shirt, I know some of you guys would want me to do it right here, but I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna do that. So I'm going to go reverse my shirt, because I just noticed that it is inside out. So I'll be right back. All right, we good. I think, see, look, no longer inside out. The worst thing would be to where if I didn't notice that and then somebody goes, yo, OJ's shirt was inside out the whole time. I'm glad I caught it 47 minutes in. Anybody here notice the shirt? If I didn't say anything, none of you guys probably would have noticed. But yeah, it was definitely inside out. Also, Mass Effect has the new game plus. It doesn't need to be crazy long. Exactly. It doesn't. The first Mass Effect wasn't crazy long. Mass Effect 2 wasn't crazy long either. Mass Effect 3, it can get pretty long with all the missions, but remember, Brian, they just built on each one. They reused assets, they reused animations, they reused sound effects, they reused everything. They reused everything, and they were able to get Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 out within a 5-year... Well, from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 3 was only 5 years, because they reused everything, and it was fine. Like, I mean, obviously, it'd be nice if they made I mean, they did make some new animations and some new stuff, but there was a lot of reused textures, animations, and things, sound effects, and that's fine. Like, just give us what we want, man. Like, that's all. We don't need... You know, oh, here's this and all this. Like, we don't need all that, man. Just make the game, and then if you want to experiment a little bit with the next game, that's fine, you know. But right now, just Mass Effect has been on hiatus for a decade, since 2017. So we're going on a decade now, you know. So like, just chill. Let's see here. I thought he wore it like that on purpose. Who would wear a shirt inside out on purpose? Is that a trend? To be fair, Black Myth Wukong story is good, especially if you read The Journey to the West. But yeah, most definitely not better than Metaphor. I disagree. I don't think the story is very well told or great. And I don't think having to read a book makes something better if you don't really, if you read like a book, you know, and then try to adapt it to what they're doing there. Like, I don't agree with that in terms of stories should be either contained within a series, like within a video game series, or it should be contained within that one game. It shouldn't be like, well, if I read this, then all of a sudden this is better. Like, no, I don't believe in that. It's got to be game related. It can't be mediums that are outside. Oh, well, if you watch the movie, then it makes this. It's like, no. It's a game. It needs to be contained within the game. You know. Now it's great to have references towards, you know, books or other things, and that's awesome. But nah. Nah, I ain't giving it that pass. Nah. Let's see. Crisscross wore shirts backwards, but they didn't wear them inside out though. They wore them backwards, but not inside out. And I remember Crisscross. I liked them when I was younger. Let's see. Hey, what's up, the cool guy? Welcome. Hard to make a game that'll be cohesive, but great afternoon, fam. Hope all's well. Everything's good, the cool guy. Everything is good, man. Thank you. Let's see here. I did notice it, but I thought you were pulling a crisis core. A crisis? Do they wear their shirts inside out on Crisis Core? I'm looking forward to both Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound, and Part 4. Yes, me too. There's a decent story in Black Myth Wukong, but it's not narrative heavy or focused compared to Metaphor. But the lore of Black Myth is like a Souls game. Yeah, well, we can agree to disagree. I don't know about all that, but hey, if you guys feel that the story's great or whatever, that's fine. That's fine too. Exactly, Black Myth Wukong basically lets you, basically you better read Journey to the West in order to understand it. Chinese, familiar, but not the Western gamers. Yeah, it's all good. Like I said, if you guys feel that it is, that's fine too. I mean, like that. There's nothing wrong with having that opinion if you feel that it's like a, you know, if it's like a great story or whatever. So that's cool too. You know. That's also cool. I have no problem with that. Shaw X says Stellar Blade and Lies of P better than Black Myth Wukong. I definitely like Stellar Blade more than Black Myth Wukong, but I have not played Lies of P yet. So, and to be honest, I'm kind of tired of Souls games. Like, I'm just kind of tired of Souls games in general and Souls-like games. So I don't think I'm going to be playing any more Souls-like games. Like, outside of maybe testing out, like if Elden Ring comes to Switch, I'll test that out. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be like playing a ton of Souls-like games anymore, or Souls games, just because I'm kind of done. But you guys already know that, though. I've already said it a million times. So yeah. If you guys have games that you feel that could be announced, rumored games, or something you'd like to see announced at the Nintendo Direct, let me know in the chat. I'll be more than happy to read off that. Focus on Me plays says, at this time, no one wants Mass Effect 5. I disagree. There's plenty of people that want Mass Effect 5. So I disagree, Solar Ramos. Focus on Me says, even indie devs have shown that you don't need high budget and or a lot of people to work on a game. It's very good. Some can have a huge impact. Exactly. Brian Jedi says, also for me, I want all the squad mates earlier in the game. It was lame in Mass Effect 2 to hold off recruiting Legion if you wanted to save everyone. Hold off on recruiting Legion if you wanted to save everyone. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they need to make sure that you get everybody earlier, which I think in Mass Effect 3, you can pretty much get everybody fairly early in the game. I know they kind of ramp it up a bit better, but yeah, for sure. Metroid Dread 2. I think it's a bit too early for Metroid Dread 2, and I don't know if they're going to go with the same moniker, like the Dread moniker. They'll probably do something different. Most Metroid games don't have the same, like, they don't make a sequel to a Metroid game. I mean, they do and they don't, right? Like, the gameplay can be similar, but usually it's like, okay, we're doing this different, right? Like, Metroid Zero Mission, that's a remake, but like, let's say Metroid Fusion, oh, we're doing it to where you can absorb enemies, right? And all that. Or like Metroid Dread, obviously, or Metroid Other M, that's going to be the Team Ninja one where it's kind of different. That's like, they try to do like a different type of thing with the newer Metroid games. You know, they really don't, and they don't really sequel it up from the 2D Metroid games. So I doubt we'll see a Dread 2. I think we're going to get a 2D Metroid game. Don't get me wrong. I think that's happening, but I don't know if it's going to be Dread 2. I think they used that concept. It was cool. It was what it was, and then they're going to move on to the next thing, you know? So, yeah. So far, it's good on my end. Been making videos, how to make in the game engine. Okay, nice. Sounds good, dude. Let's go with the cool guy. The wait for Silk Song has been tough, but check out Ender Magnolia. Yeah, I heard Ender Magnolia is really good. So if you're looking for a good Metroidvania game, since Silk Song doesn't want to come out, you can try the Ender Magnolia game. Silk Song, baby, let's go. He says, yeah, that's true. I'll take 2. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a new 2D Metroid. I mean, you never know though. They could say, hey, let's make Metroid Dread 2, and let's take us back to there, and like they have different Emmys and all that. Like they could. I just don't know if they're going to. That's all. I just don't know if they're ever. I don't know if they're gonna do that. You know. So yeah. I think Metroidvania is also kind of a genre that I'm like, I like, but I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to play a ton of those either this year. That's also something that I don't know if I want to play a lot. You know. So there's also that. See, Metro Dread was such a cool experience. It really was. It was an immersive, fantastic, fun, great game, man. It is so good. It is such a great game. Every time I restart the game, I restart and then I play and then I stop playing, then I restart it again. It's so funny. What's up, Joey T Gaming? Metro Prime Remaster was so good. It is good. I wish I could actually play first-person games without getting sick every 15-20 minutes. That's my only issue, is that it's a me thing though, not the game's fault. But yeah, Metroid Prime Remastered is really good. But I do like 2D Metroid games more than 3D Metroid games, although I am excited for Metroid Prime 4. I am very excited for Metroid Prime 4. But yeah, I'm gonna have to probably... Metroid Prime 4 will actually get me to bust out the Dramamine. Like, I'll actually bust out the Dramamine. I'll actually bust out, like, the nausea pills, maybe. To play that game, so I can actually play it on stream or play it, without having to stop and, feel nauseous every 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I know it's a touchy subject, but I get you don't want to get into it, but you think the tariffs will seriously hurt the Switch 2? I don't think so. No, not right now, because we don't know when they're going to be employed. We don't know how it's going to be. We don't know how much it's going to be, and we don't know how Nintendo's going to react to it in terms of the pricing and all of that. So no, I'm not really thinking that right now. Once we get to once we actually get there and like there's stuff that we can talk about, then I'll say okay, then it's an issue. But right now it's just kind of speculation on what could happen. We need to wait and see. So on stuff like that, there's no point in jumping ahead because we don't know what's going to happen. So let's just wait. Let's see what happens, and then we can go from there. If it's an issue, then we'll talk about it when it comes there. But right now there's nothing that we can talk about. There's no point at this point, discussing it. Isn't Ender Magnolia a sequel to Lily's? Yes, it's a sequel, or it's a follow-up or whatever. I hope Shinnen's working on something for launch. I hope Shinnen has something. It's been a while since we heard about Shinnen. Have they made anything else outside of Fast Racing Neo for like the Switch? I don't think they made anything else. I think they literally just made that one game for the Switch. I don't know. It seems like they work on games like part-time. I don't know if they even do games full-time. Because they're not talking about anything. I don't know what else they've done. Oh yeah, the Tourist. Yeah, there we go. The Tourist. My bad. Yeah, they did make the Tourist. Okay, yeah. So they had Fast Racing and they had the Tourist. I think that, yeah, those two games for the generation, I think they probably sold well enough as well to sustain them and stuff. So yeah, and they're a pretty small team. There's only like 3 or 4 of them. So yeah. So the tariffs are going to kill Switch 2. Yes, finally. Many VG journalists will be rejoicing. I know. Those same tariffs are going to come for other systems too. Lots of game systems are made, but with semiconductors, guys. So it's not just Nintendo. It's other systems as well. Wonder if we'll get the new Warriors game like Age of Calamity or Three Hopes. I definitely think that Nintendo will have a new Warriors game for like the next system. But yeah, we'll see. I'd play other M if it had no voiced cutscenes. Why don't you just mute the audio and just read the text, Iron Tiger? Or why don't you just not read the text? Just skip it. If you don't want the voice cutscenes, just turn off the voice acting, or just do that, and you don't have to listen to the voice acting at all. Says the tariffs are what will doom the Switch 2. Nah, probably not. Let's see here. Check out the Blade Chimera from the devs who did Record of Lodos and Tahula Nights. Okay, we'll do that. Switch released in 2017 for a reasonable price. I expect the same for Switch 2. $400 seems right. $400 seems about right. Now the system sales don't matter. Obviously, they don't get any clicks. They don't matter. Shout outs though. Yeah, I do think that 400 seems to be probably like the sweet spot for it. Hail J, haven't caught up with you in the Spawncast in a while. Was there a reason you're not on anymore? If you're comfortable sharing. The reason why is because they changed the day. So they changed it from Saturday night to Friday. And I'm busy on Fridays. I like to take my wife out to eat, you know, Fridays. Sometimes she comes back from work and I'll take her out to eat, you know, before the stream. Or sometimes she gets Friday off. I like to spend some extra time with her and like my boys. So really it's just like it's a combination. And then sometimes I have my daughter on Fridays as well. So I have a visit with my daughter, so I go hang out with her, on Fridays. So that's the reason why. It's because family obligations, which I'm more than happy to do, and I'm very happy to do those family obligations, and I want to do them. But yeah, they changed the date. Like if they change it back to Saturday, I'll be there. Saturday night, we can do the Spawncast pre-show. We can have it lit, like we always have it. But Friday, and it's not even like Friday at the same time, like 6 o'clock. It's like 3 o'clock my time. Usually it was Saturdays at 6 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. their time. But now they not only did they change the day, but they also made it 3 hours earlier, so it's in the middle of the day for me. So that's just like, maybe if it was at 6 o'clock at night, I'm like, okay, I can take my wife out, we can go out, do whatever, on the days that I don't have my daughter, and then like I can maybe stream beforehand, then we can head into the Spawncast, right? Like if they did it at 6, so we can do like Spawncast pre-show and then head into it. But we can't even do that because it's at 3. So if it's at 3, I'm taking care of my boy. I gotta get ready. It's like I gotta get ready by 2 for the show, So it just doesn't make any sense. I can't be there, I tried. Like there was a couple times that I tried to be there, but it was a real big strain, on just like my day to day. So yeah. I keep hearing that Switch 2 will be less than 400. Nobody's actually saying that. If you go on my page, if you go on my poll on the post, Wiley Tiger, and I had a poll vote with over nearly 8,000 votes, and 90, 60, 70, 80, 93% of everyone that voted, so literally 7,000 people plus, say that it's going to be $399 or more. So if my community, which is small in comparison to obviously the rest of the people, if most people here are saying it's probably gonna be $399, then you're not really seeing people that are saying that. There's a very, very small percentage of people that are saying that. So no. I counted here, we have 9% of the 7.7K votes that think that it could be underneath $399. So no, people aren't really saying that. Let's see here. What's up, OJ? Great vid. You made me upset. You intentionally left out Custom Robo. I haven't heard anything about Custom Robo. I haven't heard anything about Custom Robos, so I don't know if that's coming back or not. Hopefully it does. I'd like to see it come back. I don't know anything about Jailbreak Switch or anything like that, so I mean, you gotta ask RGT or something like that, man. I don't do all that. I just play the games normal, man. What dormant franchise do you think Nintendo could bring back to Switch 2? For Switch 2, I'm not sure. They can bring, anything's on the table, man. Anything's on the table in terms of, bringing stuff back. I'd love to see Kid Icarus. If that doesn't get brought back, I'd love to see Golden Sun. All the usual suspects, Absolutely. But yeah, Kid Icarus would be great. Golden Sun would be great. Pokemon ZA launch title. I mean, it's possible, but it might not be. So yeah, it might not be. Chrono Trigger remake, that'd be great too. They brought back Chrono Trigger, like I'd be down. Star Tropics, it's that same Star Tropics. Pokemon ZA Special Edition. I think that there might be a Nintendo Switch Lite Pokemon ZA. I think there might be that. They've done a couple of those Switch Lites. They have done a regular Switch too. Oh, that's one of the Switch systems I have. I have that Pokemon system. I don't know where it's at though, or is it up there? I'm not sure. I do have that Pokemon Switch system. I do have that one as well. Yeah, I wonder where it's at though. It's somewhere. It's either here or it's in the garage. But yeah, I have it. Yeah, that system's cool. I was wondering what other special edition system I had, because I know I have like, okay, I have this, I have that. I have that Pokemon one too. I have that one. What's up, the Great Wild? Welcome. Hopium for Kid Icarus Uprising Switch 1. That'd be great, man. Will Nintendo bring ARMS 2 for Switch 2? I don't think so. I don't think that they will, but we'll see. How about a new Star Fox? I mean, some people consider Star Fox dormant. I don't know if I consider Star Fox completely dormant, since there was a Wii U Star Fox game, so that was just last gen. So I don't know if I don't consider that completely dormant at this point. It is somewhat dormant, but I don't see it like F-Zero dormant. Although F-Zero did get F-Zero 99, but you know, like a big console, like a big game, you know, not like some type of weird thing that they do together. Or like I see stuff like Golden Sun, that's like dormant, you know, the DS days. Like I don't know if I see Star Fox as dormant, but it'd be cool if they brought it back, you know. It'd be cool if they brought, yeah, Star Fox would be great. I'd love to see that come back. The Scarlet and Violet one, I don't have the Let's Go one. I should have got that one, but I don't have it. I didn't have the money for it back then. But yeah, I wish I had that. That Pokemon Let's Go one is worth a lot, I think. Wasn't that Starlink game like Star Fox? No, not really. I mean, there was some aspects of it. They had some Star Fox like missions in there where you can use the characters and all that, but it was just a very small set of missions. And there was a lot of things that was different from Star Fox. Star Fox is an on-rail shooter. Starlink is not. Starlink is not an on-rail shooter. But there are some like open space parts that you can do like with the R-Wings and all of that, but it's not Star Fox. It's definitely not Star Fox. But yeah, that is, you know, the Switch did get some Star Fox content, right? You got to play as Fox and you got to use, like, it's not a Star Fox game, but I mean, it is some Star Fox content. So, I mean, there is that as well. So if you're talking about if it's dormant or not, you know, would be cool to see Pilot Wings again. You know what? I don't ever think about Pilot Wings, and I think that if they never made another Pilot Wings game again, I don't think I'd ever care. I've played every Pilot Wing game, and every time I play Pilot Wings, I end up saying, why am I wasting my time playing this game? No shots to you, Brian, if you like it, but it just feels like there's no point in this game. I'm parachuting, I'm sitting there going, like fluttering in like stupid looking things. I'm like jumping out of plane. It's like there's no point in playing this game. Like there's no, like I'm just doing a bunch of stupid stuff. Like I'm just like parachute. It's like trying to land on like a bullseye and stupid. Like what am I? I'm landing on a bullseye. I'm fluttering around an island. Like there's just a bunch of dumb stuff that you do in that game. So if they're gonna do Pilot Wings, actually make it something. Can we get like Ace Combat or something like that, or like some real content instead of them just Miyamoto's wet dreams of what he would do if he was a parachuter or something? I don't know what that game is, but if they ever bring back Pilot Wings, please make a real game. Please make a real game. I played the one on the 3DS. I played Pilot Wings 64. I played the Super Nintendo game, and every time I end up, after I'm done playing, after I played on Super Nintendo, I end up just being like, I don't know if my life is more enriched or I feel any better than before I started playing. Like, you know, usually when you play a game, you want to feel better when you're done. Like, oh man, that was a great experience. But every time I play Pilot Wings, and this is not a shot to you, Brian Jedi, I'm just having some fun here. I always just end up being like, what happened? It's like empty calories. It's like I'm just eating an empty. There's like nothing to this game. So I need them to actually put some meat and potatoes in that baby. If they're gonna bring back Pilot Wings, great, but make it something a bit more than just like weird dropping on bullseyes and fluttering around islands and stuff. You know, like just do more. Do a little bit more. Pilot Wings is always, yeah. It's like a tech demo. It's like a tech demo. You know. So what's up, Superpower Man? Give me Diddy Kong Racing Remaster, at least put on NSO. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd like that. Miyamoto killed Star Fox by forcing tablet. I don't think it's just Miyamoto's fault. I think that there's many people to blame. I mean, people just like Miyamoto's the fall guy, though. Let's see. You want Golden Sun to be turn-based or action? Turn-based? Why the hell would it be action? Switch to getting MS Flight Sim 2024. You need that fix. Flight Sim it's a flight simulator though. Pilot Wings is not necessarily a flight simulator. Pilot Wings is like a weird mismatch of you doing random activities, you know, in the, like aerial activities, you know. So they're definitely different. You know, if I need to be up in the air flying something, Ace Combat is fine. Ace Combat's pretty good. Apparently that port on the Switch did really well. People are buying Ace Combat. So if I need to fly up and do aerial stuff, I'll roll with Ace Combat. But, you know, back in the day, I liked a lot of aerial games. Like, I liked, you know, games that where, you know, you're a pilot and you're flying around. I used to play a lot back then. But, I don't know, I just kind of fell out of love with pilot games. Like, I don't really care, you know, anymore. I'm sorry, Brian. Let's see here. Pilot Wings music was lit though. Pilot Wings music was really good. I really like the Pilot Wings music. It's pretty good. The Smash remix was good too. Let's see here. Liquid Sicilian says, "Did you see your boy Dreamcast guy's new grill steal your girl?" I mean, he probably could. He's still the girl, but then he just break up with her shortly afterwards and get somebody new. So she'd be right back to me after he's done. Shout outs to Liquid Sicilian. Thank you for the $2, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Feel like Starlink would have done better if it came out during the era of Toys to Life. I think Starlink would have done better if they weren't stupid. Like, I think that's the right answer. The right answer is Starlink would have done better if they weren't stupid. When Nintendo opted to say, hey, look, we'll put Star Fox in there, that should have immediately killed every other version of the game and should have killed everything else. Sure, if you want to do a toy, do a toy, but it should have never been required. They should have included all the content in the game, and they should have made it a Switch exclusive. It should have killed everything. And I know, listen, I'm not trying to be fanboyish. Oh, other platforms can't get the game, but that is an opportunity of a lifetime. And I know they wanted to make it bigger, but everything else should have been killed. They should have dropped everything else because Toys to Life was already dying. It was already dying. Creosin Bomb with the $10 Jow Jow.
Rift of the Necrodancer Shadow drop for the Switch. Also to show more love to Metroid this year.
Yes, sir.
I want a Cadence of Hyrule version of Metroid.
I don't want that. But, you know, if it happened, I'd probably play it and then go from there. But I definitely don't want that. Thank you for the $10. And we have now unlocked the 45-minute extension. Let's go!
Overclock Buster!
Bro, I played Cadence of Hyrule for like, I don't know, like an hour, and I'm like, I'm good. I got an hour. It's a good game. I'm good. I'm good though. It's a good game though. Shout out to Creosa Bob. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's go. All right. We'll play some light playing vocal mix for my man, bro. All the pilot wingers out there. Shout outs to Creosa Bomb. Thank you for the $10. Another JoJo on the board as well. Let's go, 49 guys. We are 11 combos away from the 61-hour extension. Let's get it, man. Appreciate that, guys. Top 2 Pokemon games. I don't know. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Pokemon Black and White, Pokemon Legends. I like those. All those. Those are like my favorites. Pokemon Yellow. I like Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Gold. I like Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Those are good too. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Let's see here. Family is sick, so I'm out on medicine run. Yeah, take care of the family, Great Wall. Used to love the song. Oh yeah, this was like one of the best songs in Smash 4. Whenever it came on, it was like, oh yeah, Pilot Wings, vocal mix. Let's go. Let's see. Should I finish Xenoblade or wait for possible upscaling on Switch 2? Which Xenoblade game are we talking about? What Xenoblade game are you on? Elite Beat Agents. Oh, Elite Beat Agents. That'd be pretty fun to play. That's a cool game. Pokemon Crystal. Yeah, there's a lot of good Pokemon games. Prime 4 could be a 95 plus rated game. Should be incredible. I don't think it'll be rated that high just because of the technical specifications are not going to be what some people are going to dock it because of that. Because Metroid Prime was built on graphics, and obviously the Switch does not possess the highest end graphics like the GameCube did when that came out. But I think it's going to be a 90 rated game. I think it's going to be 90 plus rated. Back Meg with the $5.
Good evening to you, Hokage and the Ninja Village.
Hey.
What semi-niche game do you think will be the last horror for the Switch? Guessing I think it'll be a Star Fox or a new Donkey Kong game. Also, can you play Wise Oath of Felghana? Be careful PLS?
Yes, I can play that. Thank you for the $5, Mac Mega. I don't think Donkey Kong will be the last hurrah game. Apparently, PH Brazil says that it's beloved but somewhat niche. So that takes away Donkey Kong. I think we'll get a brand new Donkey Kong game on Switch 2. But I don't know about Switch 1 in terms of the last hurrah. It could be lots of things. It could be Rhythm Heaven. It could be F-Zero. Could be Star Fox. Could be Kid Icarus. There could be a large swath of games that game could be that PH Brazil was talking about. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But all I know is that it's going to be something that people are going to be talking about. I can say that. Hopefully it's going to be something that people are going to be talking about. So, shout outs, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mac Meg, with the $5. We are only now 6 combos away. Yes, sir. We are about to hit that combo breaker. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. Big love, though. Shogi 64 HD. Shogi. All right. So you think there's a chance we finally get a new 3D Donkey Kong on Switch 2? It might not be 3D. It might be 2D. It might be a 2D game. You know, we don't know. We don't know. So, could be a 2.5D. It could be mixed between 2D and 3D. I'm not sure. Could it be a new Golden Sun? Yeah, I think any beloved franchise that's somewhat niche could be it. But he said somewhat niche. So, Golden Sun is just niche. It's not somewhat niche. It is niche. So maybe it's not Golden Sun. Maybe we can do a process of elimination and eliminate games that are legitimately niche. Like, but also once again, you can't define it because when someone says somewhat niche, it's up to their interpretation. Everybody has a different definition of what that is. Like, people know of Golden Sun, so I guess yeah, it's somewhat niche. But it's like, it's hard to define what he's actually trying to say, you know? See, like, Nintendogs isn't somewhat niche. Like, that's not like, Nintendogs was like a huge game at one point. Like a huge game. So that's not like a somewhat niche game, you know? I wouldn't count that at all. Tell us your all console list. I have pretty much all the main consoles from the main players. Chibi Robo. 20 years ago. But Nintendogs is not somewhat niche, though. It's not somewhat. It's a beloved and somewhat niche franchise. It's not somewhat niche. It doesn't matter if it was 20 years ago. It's not somewhat niche. It was a huge franchise. Age doesn't mean that something is not niche. Like, it's just old, but it was still huge. So no, I don't think that if you sell as much as Nintendog sold, say, oh well, yeah, it's a beloved but niche franchise. No, like I don't. It'd be something that's actually niche that doesn't sell well, or that doesn't sell as well as like Nintendogs. No. Liquid Sicilian with the $2 says, is this channel somewhat niche? Yes, this channel is somewhat niche in the grand scheme of things. But compared to other Nintendo channels, not really. It was somewhat niche. It was meant for kids. Being meant for kids or adults has nothing to do with whether it's niche or not. Like you have no idea what niche means. You literally have no idea what niche means. Being made for kids, which it wasn't necessarily made for kids, but being meant for kids, that doesn't mean something is niche. Like Coco Melon is made for kids. Coco Melon is not niche. Like it's a huge, massive, multi-million-dollar empire of toys, food. It might even be billion. I don't know. Toys, food, shows, and that's made for like babies. Like my son watches that. You know, Coco Melon is not niche. Just being made for kids, that has nothing to do with whether it's niche or not. It's the popularity of the franchise. That's what makes something niche or not. The popularity, how many people know of it, how well did it do, sales, not made for kids or not. Like, sell out. What happened? Did we forget our dictionary today? Did we forget our dictionary? Did we forget our Google search? You don't know the definition of niche? You think it's niche means kids? Let's see here. I'm out with the military, so I love new Nintendogs. Yeah, I mean, I would not care about a new. Me, I'm not a Nintendogs person, but I mean, for those who would want it, that'd be cool. So that's a Liquid Sicilian though. Appreciate that, man. 4 combos away from the 61-hour extension. What's up, Spartan? My day's been good, man. Thank you, Spartan. I appreciate it. What's the sales threshold for Nintendo IP to be out of the niche category? Once again, there is no threshold for Nintendo. I don't know their threshold. I really don't. People have their own thresholds. People make up their own thresholds, but I have no idea what Nintendo's threshold is. I don't know what it is, honestly. I mean, maybe you can go off of what they said about Fire Emblem, but that doesn't always hold true to everything else. Like, a number of years ago, they're like, oh yeah, Fire Emblem's a major franchise for us. So, okay. That means it's no longer niche for them. So, a few million, you know, 3 million, 3 million for them, maybe. Anything above that, then it's looking pretty good. for not being niche? I don't know, but once again, they never said that specifically. But that's the only thing that I can ever find about them saying anything about it, something like graduating from niche or lower end to, okay, now this is big dog, without it being very apparently clear that it's not, right? Like Splatoon or Animal Crossing or Smash Brothers or Mario or Zelda or, you know, the games we know, or Pokemon, right? Like, we know about those, you know? So yeah. Minimum, I'd say below a minimum, or at minimum, I'd say below $1 million. I mean, even in today's day, something can be $1 million, and it can be, compared to other stuff, it can be like somewhat niche, right? So I think for Nintendo, selling 1 million probably isn't the goal, and they probably want to do well more in that for them to consider it be like not somewhat niche. I think it definitely needs to do more than 1 million, you know? But then again, you have games that, you know, won't do crazy numbers, but are not niche IPs, you know? Like Princess Peach. It's Princess Peach. It's very known, but that's not going to do crazy numbers, you know? So there's also things like that. But obviously the franchise is super popular. Like the Mario franchise, they're counting it as that, not just the individual game. So, a new Mother game would be insane. I'd love a new Mother game, but we still need Mother 3. Reggie, give us Mother 3. So yeah, we still need that. Yeah, Earthbound is somewhat niche. Yeah, Earthbound is. Maybe they give us Earthbound. Maybe we get Earthbound. That's the game that's come back. Beloved, but somewhat niche. Maybe there's a new Earthbound game. I doubt it, but hit that like button. That's something that we can't doubt. Hit that like button, guys. It's Saturday night. We're having a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for the donos so far, guys. 4 combos away from the 1 hour extension. We're already an hour 21 into the show, so I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for your support so far. Keep the questions coming. If you drop a dono, make sure you put your music request in the message. If you can't fit it, that's okay. You can put it in the chat, and a mod will pick it up, or I'll see it and I'll play it for you if you drop a dono. So thank you guys for your support, man. Also, chain is the limit, I think. Yeah, there's no way of telling, guys. There's no way. We just don't know. Like, we can guess, but there's nothing to sit there and say that they have this or that. And also, you got to look at it at a profit wise. Like, a game can sell less but be way more profitable than a game that sells more but costs more to make. So there's also that. Fire Emblem, at the time that Nintendo said that about Fire Emblem, they were making games on the 3DS and selling them for $40, $50, $60. Like, they were racking up money with DLC, and, you know, people were buying multiple copies. Like, they sold, you know, Birthright and Conquest plus Revelation. They sold like a 3DS, like a special, like they were doing all these different things to make a ton of money off of Fire Emblem. So yeah, the sales number was important, but the profit margin was huge on Fire Emblem on the 3DS, because you're making essentially a less than Wii quality game, right? But you're selling it for $40, maybe even more. And like I said, you're doing all sorts of other things. You know, you have merchandise that you're selling that gets a bump. Fire Emblem merchandise went up a lot. People were buying shirts and different products and things like that. So there's a lot of things that factor into like probably what Nintendo thinks is like major franchise for them, right? There's like a variety of, I don't think it's I mean, game sales are a part of it, but there's probably other things too, like profitability of that said franchise, like score. I think Nintendo considers like the quality of the franchise as well. Like, how good is it? Like, okay, does this game review in the 90s, like high 80s, 90s? Is it like a game of the year type of game? Fire Emblem was doing that. So I think it all factored in. That's what I would guess. Based off of, you know, what I know from Nintendo, I think all of that would factor in for it being like, you know, a major franchise for them. So, it would weigh marketing development costs along with sales numbers, not just sales. Yeah, exactly. There you go. You know, exactly. Yeah. They need to bring back Star Fox. Bring it back, baby. Astral Chain is so damn good. If compatibility locks the frame rate resolution, another playthrough of Astral Chain may be in order. Yeah, I'd be down for a remaster. I'd be down for a, you know, lots of things. I'd be down. I'd be down for it. Let's see. A lot of people don't know the definition. Same term with anti-consumer. Anti-consumer is thrown around a lot, but yeah, a lot of people don't know the definition as well. But like I said, it's subjective. Like, niche is literally subjective, right? Like, it's like you can say, oh, this is niche, but then you can compare it within other games in the same franchise. It's like, oh, well, it's not niche. So the definition can shift, and then also there's your perspective on your own personal feeling. Like, a lot of people There's like a lot, like there's no standard set barrier for everything. Usually you look at other games that are in the same line of those games and you say, hey, it's this or that. Like obviously, like Fire Emblem compared to like Grand Theft Auto is niche, right? Like, but obviously people know Fire Emblem. People obviously know about it. It's a popular series. Like it's a multi-million selling series. So yeah. So it can kind of change and warp based off of what people are comparing or what people are saying, you know. Is the Astral Chain IP owned by Nintendo or just Platinum? It's owned by Nintendo. I would like Echoes of Wisdom at 60 frames too, which that game is actually a strong candidate for it to actually just no patch, just work better on Switch 2 because it has an uncapped frame rate. So that might just work better without any patches. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. Niche is a specialized segment of a market for a particular kind of product or service. You are not applying the definition of niche right in this case when people say if something's niche or not. You're saying that's a niche or certain types of people or certain segment of thing. We're talking about niche in the generalization of how popular something is. You're not applying the word correctly, Sellout. I ain't trying to be mean, but you're definitely not applying it correctly. You know, English is tough. Like son and son, the son, and then your son. Hey son, don't touch me. Hey son, don't speak to me that way. Wait a minute, you're not my son, but we're out here in the sun today. I mean, you know, English is difficult. There's a lot of things that sound that could be said the same thing, but they mean something different. So it happens. It's okay. Let's see. What's up, OJ? Happy first day of Black History Month. Absolutely. Let's see. You don't have to, trust me. There are people that are non-autistic, and have a hard time understanding what that is. But once again, it is what it is. Like for example, my niche or my thing on this channel is Nintendo and RPGs. That's my niche. That's what I specialize in. It's for these people. Doesn't necessarily mean that RPGs and what I do is it's niche because I'm targeting these niche or this niche of people. That's different from if something is niche. Like, oh, okay, yeah, people don't know about that. It's a niche. It's very unknown, you know, things like that. So there's a difference, right? The way that Sellout applied it was applying it to like a group of people, what you're targeting. Very different, right? Very different from like people using it in the sense of if something is niche, not it is in a niche. Those are two different things, you know. Let's see. I feel like niche and anti-consumer have slowly become loaded words in the gaming industry. It's just, once again, it's just people improperly using it and applying it to certain things, you know. Those Echoes of Wisdom stutters are mostly due to the Unity engine. Could be, but once again, it's an uncapped frame rate. So since it's uncapped, it could automatically be run better. But we'll see. Once again, we got to see how Nintendo's hardware plays with everything else. Reading Rainbow Time with Player Essence, the more you know. No, I mean that one's actually tough. Like I can see what he was saying. Like that one's actually tough because like, you know, the way that you use that word can be people use it in both ways, but it's instantly noticeable like how you apply that word, like how somebody uses it in a sentence. You can say, oh yeah, this niche of people, these niche of gamers that like fighting games, the FGC niche of people, you're appealing to them. Or, oh, you're trying to appeal to this niche of gamers, or people that love the cozy genre, right? These niche of, you know, those. Doesn't mean that all cozy games are niche. Doesn't mean that, oh, it's for kids, that it's that niche. Just means that, oh, those type of people. Right? Like my friend Miss Bubbles, she does cozy games, or Cat, casual gamer Cat. These are my friends that they have that niche of cozy. You know, they play farming games and they play, you know, like Mike, Hello Kitty, Island Adventure, like they like Animal Crossing. That niche doesn't mean Animal Crossing is niche. Just means that that's the niche that they're applying to and who they're trying to target with their channel, right, or their game. So that's separate than saying the game is niche. Like you can have a niche farming game that nobody knows about, and then also Animal Crossing, which is in the niche but not niche. That's in there but not that. So it's a little difficult. So I mean, I get why Sellout got a little smixed. Let's see. That's why I use the term market instead of niche in that context. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's ways to do it to where it's better, but usually it's pretty easy to know when someone's trying to target, target one thing or another, or say it one way or another, how they structure their sentence. But once again, not everybody is English is not their first, language, or they didn't know, or whatever, So no hater and nothing. Sicilian Gamer with the 2, then Kryosabon with the Ninja Peach.
Could you play Cadence of Hyrule, Lost Woods?
Yeah.
Combat version. Please and thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kryosabon with the $5 and Liquid Sicilian with the $2. Now we do have a let's see here. We got 61 shout out, so we hit that goal, and then Sicilian with another 2 on top of that, 63. Hey yo, Sicilian with his niche for positive, meaningful, and robust content. Yes, that's exactly what it's about. That's exactly what it's about here, brothers and sisters. Cadence of the Cadence of Hyrule music is awesome though. It really is. It really is good. So I will give Cadence of Hyrule that combat is awesome. And I think Nintendo sent me a vinyl of this game, or vinyl or whatever of this, like the big old record of this game. Like an actual, like I don't have a player, but one of these days I'll get a player, because I actually have a Persona vinyl or 2 as well. But yeah, they sent me one. I think I have one for Cadence of Hyrule too, which is pretty cool. Shout outs though, Liquid Sicilian and Kryosabon. Thank you guys for the donos. And now we have another 1-hour extension. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate that. What about a new Shadowgate? What is Shadowgate? I don't think I've played that. What is Shadowgate? Big love, guys. 1-hour extension added on here. We're going to go for another hour and a half from right now. Let's get it. Obviously, the definition of anti-consumers basically means company that I dislike is doing something that I personally don't like. That's what the definition is of anti-consumer is in today's days. They're doing something that I don't like. So, which I guess technically, technically, I guess if it's you're the consumer, you don't like what they're doing, anti-consumer, right? Like, let's see that. I actually have not looked up the definition of anti-consumer. I've never looked it up. Anti-consumer definitions. Let's see what that means. Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The meaning of anti-consumer is not favorable to consumers, improperly favoring the interests of businesses over the interests of consumers. Every single company is anti-consumer. Every single company is anti-consumer. If that is the general definition, there is not a shred. There is not a single company, not a single big company that is not anti-consumer. If you're gonna go off of the actual definition, every single company is anti-consumer. The only company that is not anti-consumer is me. Sorry. I was gonna try to hold my laugh, but I couldn't. I'm the only one. Whether you pay or you're not, you get your questions answered. You get talked to. You get feedback. I interact with everybody. I am the one that's not anti-consumer. I am for the people. This show is free. You just pay your internet bill. Even if you don't pay your internet bill, as long as you have a device, you can watch it. You don't gotta pay anything in terms of the show, and you get most of it. You get the bang for your buck every single week. So I am the most consumer friendly. I am not anti-consumer. You got all these companies should bow down to me. Oh man, I was going to guess Tamagotchi Life for the niche game, but I think it's not a remake. I think it's a maybe, but we'll see. Yeah, he said it's not a remake either. He said it's not a remake. Since the Switch 2 supports Switch 1 games, can it be possible that some games can get a re-release physical version? Yes, it can be. Absolutely. PS4 did that, or PS4 to PS5 did that. Wii to Wii U did that. Or more like GameCube to Wii. Wii to Wii U didn't really do that, but GameCube to Wii did that. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, wow, your LLC is only a real one. Yeah, every corporation use has to be, or the executives can be fined for not maximizing profit potential for shareholders. Yeah, every single company is anti-consumer based off of this definition right here. Based off of this, improperly. It says improperly though. So improperly. We gotta look up that because that is a big one though. Hold up. Improperly. So let's look up that. That means, I know what that means, but let's just look it up exactly. In a manner not in accordance with accepted standards, especially of morality or honesty. That is subjective. So that is the reason why anti-consumerism will be subjective. Some people will feel that it is acceptable. Some people feel that it is not. And so yeah, there you go. But that's the definition of, and it says improperly, but improperly means not in accordance to accepted standards. What are the accepted standards? What makes something standard or not? We don't really know. People have their own standards for everybody has their own opinion. So that's why it's going to be subjective. The anti-consumer thing is going to be super subjective. So yeah. I don't know about it being the most I don't know about you being the most pro-consumer, OJ. I know this guy that promises his viewers they can watch him gorge on fast food if they reach a certain goal. Well, there you go. I don't know who that person is. I know who that person is. Morality is subjective. Yeah, morality is incredibly subjective. But then again, it makes sense because there are people who feel they treat like video games like it's like an attack on their human rights. Like you're gonna see them saying, "I have a dream." They're gonna have their "I have a dream" speech when it comes to Nintendo versus Power World or something like that, or like fan games. So there are people that have this like built-in like I have like my constitutional right for certain things, and they feel that it is an attack on the morality of living. And I wish I was joking, guys, but I'm actually not. There are people who feel that way. So of course, to them, it is gonna feel anti-consumer. And once again, I can't fault them for that. I can't fault them if they feel that way. They feel that way. It's subjective, you know. So yeah. But yes, morality is incredibly subjective. But once again, that was improperly. That was the definition of anti-consumer as improperly. Anti-consumerism or anti-consumer is something that is said that people have created in a way to how they feel about something. So it's rooted in subjective nature to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to also factor that the whole thing is rooted in, it's not like a natural occurrence like, oh, I breathe air. Yes, we all breathe. That's factual. You need to breathe air. As us humans, we need to breathe air. We need to have some type of air. That is a factual thing. That is not like an opinion or something like that, right? Whereas anti-consumerism, whatever the case is, that is not a factual thing. That is just what somebody feels, what somebody thinks. There could be some type of yokels or idiots that feel that, no, it's okay to pay $5,000 for one game. Yes, there could be some idiot, but then again, that's his opinion, right? But obviously, that is not accepted in the standards that we would accept normally for video games, right? So therefore, that could create a no, that's anti-consumer. If you charge $5,000 for one game, you know, that is anti-consumer. So I would say that would fit in line because there has been clear standards that have been set that no single game has ever even gotten close to being $5,000, right? So there are some lines that you can draw, right? That you can factually draw based off of what is out there, you know, what is out there. So yeah, to be pro-consumer, you need to have a goal for gunner glasses and a vest. Yes, that is the ultimate pro-consumer model. Power World 2 is Switch exclusive. Wow. Yeah, right. The fact that there's even quotes saying it's morally correct to pirate Nintendo games shows that these weirdos vision morality. I think that's more of a joke more so than anything, but I feel you. Let's see, but they are games that you can collect. What about Mario games? I went for 1 million. What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about, Doug Game Boy. I don't know what you're talking about. Even though every game is niche, every game. So Cadence of Hyrule's got a great soundtrack. It's got a great soundtrack, man. It's got a really good soundtrack. That went for. What are you asking? Like, what's the point of what you're asking? Like, what do you mean? I feel like in order for power to exist, Nintendo has to bless it. Well, see, I have no idea what you're talking about. What's up, MGD? I'm getting tired of everyone recently saying exclusives are anti-consumer. Makes literally no sense. Let's talk about that. I saw on Twitter, I don't know who's on Twitter, if you guys follow the guys, like the console war guys. I don't really follow a ton of them, but man, I saw the Oh No Alex guy. He put up something about a tweet that he put up. I saw it on Twitter. And then I saw the Nib guy, that's a PlayStation dude. And I saw them, that dude was fighting for his life. And it was so funny. Nib's like a business savvy gamer, right? He has his own business. Obviously, he makes pretty good money. You can tell that he does. And he knows what he's talking about business-wise. And it's so funny. They were talking about, the Alex guy was talking about how exclusives don't matter anymore. And he linked some type of a clip of a documentary from Gabe Newell talking about something about Valve or Steam and about digital games and whatever. People liked that comment. They were liking it, whatever. But then Nib came in and was like, no, the only reason why, you said this is because Xbox lost. He says, you're just an Xbox fan in disguise and blah, blah, blah. And it was so funny to see all the Xbox fans try to sit there and talk facts to him. And Nib would be like, no, here's this, factually. And they'd be like, yeah, well, oh, well, that doesn't matter. You're a fanboy. It was so funny for them to agree with what he said. Like, well, yeah, well, you might be right, but I don't like you. Oh my gosh. Well, what you're saying might be true. And yeah, clearly you're right. And clearly you know what you're talking about. And clearly you backed up all of your opinion with facts. But I still don't like it. This is anti-consumer. Oh my god. Sorry, I ended up having to work and enjoy tonight's stream. All right, hey, take it easy, Roger. Thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate you. A dude psychologist who said you should stop watching your stream would say that you're anti-consumer. I know, seriously. Yeah. He would say I'm the anti-consumer. So that's stupid. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna say that. Super Chat says OJ care about the company health more than gaming. Allow the super. Well, I don't think. Well, hold up. I don't think. I'm not gonna hate on Alex for allowing somebody to super chat that. Like, yeah, he's gonna allow someone to super chat that, and yeah, he probably thinks the same thing about me, or might think the same thing about me. I have no issue with him. Once again, but I've already opened the door. I said, I'll debate you anything on Nintendo stuff. We can talk about anything. I've already opened that door if he ever wants to. But I don't think he cares. I don't think he doesn't watch my stream. I don't think he cares. And I don't care. Like, I don't have any issue with him. But I actually don't have any problem with somebody saying that in his chat. Once again, I opened the door to any of those guys. They can all talk to me anytime that they want. It's very clear once you come to one of my streams and you ask me any question. We have people come here and tell me to say the same thing, and they get shut down pretty easily. And by the end of the stream, they might even like me. We had guys come here and say, yo, OJ, I saw some negative videos. Somebody was saying that you're a fanboy this and you're only talking about business that. He's like, I came to your stream. He donated $10. There was a guy, it was like a couple weeks ago. He donated, but I've had this happen to me a lot. I've had a lot of people donate and say, yo, OJ, I saw somebody say some trash about you over there, but then I came to your stream and you're really knowledgeable. You know what you're talking about. You answered all my questions. You were nice to me. We talked about gaming. It was about, quality of games. I'm like, I like you. And they'll donate. They'll become members. They'll watch my videos. I see them commenting in my stream. So I already know what I'm about here. You guys know what it's about here. So I don't really get upset with people saying stuff like that over there. It doesn't matter to me. The door is open. I've said I'll debate any of you guys, any of these content creators that got something to say or have people say stuff where they agree with them. Door's open. But remember, I've done debates before. And honestly, all the most recent ones, they be getting cooked. Like, let's just keep it a buck. A lot of the dudes that try to sit there and say stuff, they get cooked. Not only that, but some of these guys, sometimes they see the streams or they see clips and they see me cooking people saying the same thing that they're thinking. So they're thinking, oh hell, I don't want to run into that. Like, he cooks people that think the same thing I think. I'm going to get embarrassed if I talk to him, or I'm going to end up being wrong. Maybe he's not like that. So that's why it don't really bother me, It don't really bother me. It don't really bother me too much. So yeah. No, it wasn't really oh no, he didn't say anything about, well, he did, but somebody else said something like call me fanboy and blah blah blah, and I guess he read it off and said he agreed or whatever. I didn't see the clip. I don't care. Like, people can say whatever they want. I don't really regulate. I'm not really worried about what other people got to say about me on their streams. They're invited to come to my stream. If it's a content creator you know, that has some clout or has some, come to me. If you think that way about me, come here and debate. Let's talk. I mean, you're going to be wrong. It won't take long. It'll be pretty easy. Like I said, it'll be pretty easy. But I mean, none of them have, I've offered, and none of them have ever responded. So, you know, and the ones that have responded, you know, it hasn't really ended well for them. So it don't matter to me, you know? And like I said, it just brings more people to the channel. I've had a lot of people influx coming into the channel from other places saying that, hey, you know, I heard this and that, and I come here and you're cool, man. So it's all good. Let's see. Go ad hominem real fast. I already just smart PC YouTuber. Yeah. So it's all good, man. Tired of PC community using Wii U as an example. Exclusives don't work, but won't use Nintendo Switch. Well, it's a red herring argument, you know. And I think that's when I commented on one of the things that he said on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, well, Wii U probably would have sold nothing without its exclusives. If it didn't have the exclusives, it probably would have sold nothing. And why are you ignoring all the other systems that have all those exclusives and have done incredibly well? Wii U did bad because of other things. There was many other factors, the marketing, the gimmick, many other things, pricing. There's so many other things that was an issue with the Wii U outside of just exclusives. Like, exclusives are a part of the reason why it sells. It's like a factor. It's like an important thing. But the Switch doesn't sell what it sells without exclusives. If the Switch does not have its exclusives, it does not sell what it sells. Hell, if the Wii U doesn't have its exclusives, it sells literally worse than the Virtual Boy. It might have sold like almost nothing. It would have sold less than 1 million. If it didn't have, I mean, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold 8 million units on a system with 13 million consoles sold. So 60-70% of the people, what? How much is that? Yeah. Like literally almost 80% or no, 70% of the people that had a Wii U, that bought a Wii U, had Mario Kart 8. Clearly they bought it for that game. Clearly the exclusive of Mario Kart sold the system for people. So without Mario Kart as an exclusive, without Super Mario 3D World, which sold 5 million plus, without these games, they would have sold literally almost nothing. You know, without those being exclusive, they would have sold almost nothing. If you could have bought those on your Xbox 360, or if you could have bought those on your PC, people would have just maybe not bought the Wii U at all. They would have just, oh, I'll just play it over here, you know? So yeah, it's insane. So even if you want to apply the Wii U, you can. The system would have sold literally nothing. About the Wii U specifically for Mario Kart and Smash Bros, though I do love Nintendo games, I just wasn't into other series at the time. Yeah, and that's fine. People buy systems for whatever reasons they want, you know? Puffin Ball, yo, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Appreciate that. Heard him say, well, Switch really didn't sell because exclusives. It's because a third-party support. You're silly. Yeah, well, that's not true. All you got to do is look at the what's it called? Look at the top-selling games. The top-selling games of any platform will tell you what the system sellers are, because people buy hardware for the software. So if you look at the PlayStation, or if you look at Xbox, or if you look at whatever, the best-selling games are why people bought the system. Like the best, that is the reason why a system sells. A system sells because of the games. You need games. So what are the games that are the top selling? The games that are top selling are what sells the system. You know?
Yo, OJ.
Yo, what's up,
you
Super
a
Christian?
Fanboy. You a shrill.
Shrill?
You an Xbox.
Shill?
You a pony. So shut up and take my money. Lol, tears of joy rolling on the floor laughing.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Super Christian Me World. Let's break that combo, baby. Let's keep going. Thank you for that. Thank you for that $3 support. I appreciate that, brother. Let's see. You can rebuttal by saying those same exclusives should have sold nothing on Switch as well. They did it. They sold well. Wii situation was more complex than that. You mean Wii U situation, Superpower Man, or what? Or again, old arguments like Switch is not a true home console hybrid, therefore Nintendo handhelds sell no matter how crap they are. Yeah, I mean, no, that's not. I mean, like Virtual Boy. I guess that's not really a handheld, but Virtual Boy didn't sell like that. Game Boy Micro didn't sell like that either. Like that sold terribly. So no, not exactly. And the 3DS was Nintendo's worst selling system in terms of main dedicated portable of all time. So yeah, no, it's pretty easy. Yes, you meant Wii U. Should have sold nothing on Switch as well. They did it. They sold well. The Wii U situation was a bit more complex. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, like exactly, like if that was the case, right? You can look at that because there's a number of Wii U games on the Switch, but Nintendo knew that it wasn't the games that was the problem, right? With the Wii U not selling, it wasn't the exclusives. It was the other things. It was the other things with the system, right? It was the other things that held it back. A lot of the other things. Some of it was, but it was also game pacing and game cadence. Like, if somehow Nintendo had 2014 games in 2013, the Wii U would have jumped out of the gate way better if they had better marketing. Like, if there's a lot of things. So once again, like, we get back to the thing that we already talked about. We've talked about this a million times, but also the pacing and cadence of games. A lot of people don't understand that because they didn't care or they don't know. They don't study or analyze stuff. If you were there, I can tell you right now, people were upset, not because of the amount of exclusives that were coming, because of the cadence and pacing of the games was terrible. It took a while to really get things, and honestly, it didn't really get going till 2014. That is too late. You cannot get your system going by 2014. You've got to get your system going by launch day, launch year, launch window. You need to get, like, you have a small window to get things going, and if you don't get things going, it can end up being bad. Look at the Xbox Series. The Xbox Series never got it going. They took way too long. They had 1 year where they had no exclusives, no first-party games. They were doomed from that point on. It was never going to recover. It was never going to recover. So it's like, you have to be on point. You have to be on point. There's too many options in today's day. Even back then in 2013, there's too many other options of where to spend your time and money. You have to be on point and ready to go at launch. Like, you've got to be dotting the T's, crossing the, or dotting the I's, crossing the T's from day one. Especially if you're Nintendo. Like, you can't wait. So yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash was so popular when I was in college that my roommates in the dorms made me hide the disc during the finals week. That's crazy. Let's go. Hey, what's up, 7th Okage? They could have recovered. They just didn't come out with enough games to do it. Who could have recovered? Xbox? I doubt it. I doubt it. They took too long. The Xbox Series came out in 2020 at the end. They took 1 year, they had really nothing. They took another year, they had nothing. So you're going on 3 years. If you don't got anything for 3 years, or if you don't got a steady cadence for 3 years, people have checked out. They've already bought the other system. They've already bought other systems. They bought PC. They've bought a competition, and they've got mobile. They've got too many other things. So they've checked out already. Like, maybe they could have recovered, but it's highly likely that they don't, But you never know, right? You never know. But I would say this, I wouldn't risk it. How about that? You can recover, but it's probably not a good idea. It probably ain't a good idea to test those waters. You know what I'm saying? Xbox is becoming the next Sega. I don't think it's going to be like Sega because Sega doesn't make systems anymore. But Xbox is still going to make systems. They're going to make systems. So yeah, we outsold Xbox Series X. It did not outsell Xbox Series X. If it weren't for Xbox Series S sales, the platform wouldn't get anything. No. I think the splits for Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X are about 50-50 or slightly for Xbox Series S. The Xbox Series has sold around 30, I think it's a little bit over 30 million. So even if you wanted to, let's just say it's 30 million, right? And you wanted to split it in half, it'd be 50-50. Now, I can't say definitively that you're wrong, but I'm almost positive that I'm like 95% sure that the Xbox Series X has sold more than 13 million units. It's sold at least 14 million. I'm almost but you know what? I'm not 100%. So I'm not going to sit here and say that you're wrong, Iron Tiger. I'm actually not 100% sure if you're right or wrong, because I actually don't know the split, so I don't want to sit here and act like I know the split. I don't know the split. But I thought it was around 50%. That's what I thought. 3-1? Really? 3-1? I have not heard 3-1. That's crazy if it is 3-1. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, that was their whole goal, I guess, right? To have an affordable, lower selling system. To try to probably undercut Sony, right? Super Chris with another $1, Dono. Says, it's trolling Saturday. Yeah, I can tell. 67, baby. Let's go. Big love, combo breaks. Trolling Saturday. My comments will be trolling. I hope you guys don't get offended because after the super chat, no mercy. No, we're good, man. Like I said, you can attach a disrespect to money. You know, if you attach the disrespect to money, I know that it's like, hey, look, I'm good. You attach the disrespect to money. No, it's 50-50. Series X has actually sold more. Okay, it's 50-50. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, there you go. Yeah, I didn't think it was 3-1. Hey, what's up, Redacted? Happy Saturday, brother. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Welcome. Good to see you here, like always. Good to see you here. Shout outs, man. Appreciate you. I've you know what the craziest thing is? I've definitely seen videos from this channel multiple times. I've definitely seen. I didn't know you watch my channel, or whoever's managing this channel watches my channel. So shout outs though. Shout outs. Appreciate you coming out. Let's see here. Yo, DK sold me on Mario Kart 9 Switch 2. Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, sorry, man. Wrong account. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, that might be somebody's account. That's his personal account or whatever. It's all good. Well, I'll say, oh, that's a pretty big channel to be coming here on streams. I've seen videos from their channel. It's all good. Yo, Clayton, appreciate you, brother. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. I thought maybe it could be you. I know you run that channel. I don't want to say anything, though. Oh, don't worry. We'll redact this message right now. How about that? Yeah. Shout outs, Clayton. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Now, ever need me on to do any corresponding work? Let me know, my man. Let me know. Let me know. I got you. Listen, I'm known by many people, and Scott the Waz knows me. Beat 'em Ups knows me. I've got a lot of multi-million sub channels that like the channel, that watch. You know. Shout out to Clayton. Yeah, Clayton's been here for a hot minute though. Yeah, I mean, I watch his channel obviously. He's been coming through. He comes to the streams all the time. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. You're awesome, man. Love the channel. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Let's see here. But that's my 2 cents on exclusive console. Wait, what were you saying that? What were you saying? So the major thing is that stories that have having a backup so you don't lose out on people. Stories that have a backup so you don't lose out on people. Okay. Now that Forza Horizon 5 is coming to PS5, I have zero reason to ever buy an Xbox. I'm a car guy, and that's their most valuable studio. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. Like, you can still buy an Xbox if you love, like, the architecture, you love, like, the ecosystem. I think that's the reason to buy an Xbox, is the ecosystem. You like the controller, you like the ecosystem, you like all of that. That would be the reason why you would buy an Xbox, I think, in my opinion. Happy affiliate anniversary. Oh, thank you. I didn't know it was my affiliate anniversary today. That's cool. So yeah, Sortable Shelf. Hey, what's up, Sortable Shelf? Yeah, the Wii U had a really awful drought. Some people seem to forget that when I hear people talk about why it failed. Nintendo wasn't used to HD development. People that don't know that, or people that just sit there, is because they never played the Wii U. They're definitely tourists. Like, they're tourists. That's what they are. Like, the people that say, oh, well, the Wii U is, it's like, dude, you weren't there. You don't know the full story. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just go based off of what you see at the very end and what you see on the Switch. But if you were there, you know what I'm talking about, you know? Let's see here. Liquid Sicilian Gamer with the $2 says, OJ has DSP detractor cred too in the Snortex. I do have some detractor cred. I do have a little bit of detractor cred. I have spoken to a few detractors at times. Like, they've reached out to me, or they've came through to the streams at times. So, because I think because DSP banned me from one of his streams. So yeah, I do have a little bit of detractor cred, which is cool, I guess. I stood in line for the Wii U as well, but the line was not that big. There was like 10 people there. Exclusives are for losers and chumps. Yeah. Losers and chumps. Favorite Mario Kart level or something that comes to mind? like the Moo Moo Meadows, the Mario Kart Super Circuit, the Ghost level, like the Super Nintendo levels are cool, like the ones that were remade, like the Cloud Top Cruise. So some of those are pretty cool. I have 2 Wii U's, the Monster Hunter 3 Wii U bundle and the Mario Maker one. Ooh, that's nice, Alma. Great thing, never mind, I said swipe under the bus. I don't know what you said, the cool guy. The chat moved too fast. If you can repeat it, I'll read it. My bad, brother. So if you can somehow repeat, yeah, the chat moved too fast. I think maybe I got a couple donations too, so I kind of was reading those. My bad, brother. If you want to re-put your point, I can read it. I just find it funny that some people want Nintendo to go back to how they were with the Wii U 3DS days. Nobody actually wants that, party man. Like, the people that want that also drink milk, whole milk. Like, drink whole milk and eat macaroni and cheese with chicken nuggets. Those are the people that want that, yes. But those people cannot be taken seriously. They have not grown up. They have not grown past, you know, the age of like 10, like their childhood. So like those people that want that, I can guarantee you they drink milk. I can guarantee you they eat like dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets or like, you know, Mickey Mouse-shaped chicken nuggets. Like they don't like any like exquisite or fine tasting food. Like they still only like ketchup. They don't like mustard. They don't like relish. They don't like pickles. They don't like anything that's a little bit more fine taste, you know, above like what you don't like as a kid. They don't like onions. They only like the most basic things. Give me burger, cheese, and meat. Bread, cheese, and meat, and ketchup, please. Take away no onions, no pickles, no tomato, no lettuce. Like, those are the people that say stuff like that. So you can't take those people seriously. You can't. Dino Nuggets are actually pretty good. I just stopped buying them, but Dino Nuggets are actually legitimately good. Legitimately good. Let's see here. Most people, they say most people don't change past age 10. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I think people do change though. Like people definitely change. It just depends. Depends on your atmosphere, your surroundings. So yeah. Let's see. I legit know if you do. No, my friend Destiny FOMO, she still eats like that. I roasted her. She put something on Twitter the other day. I roasted her meal. She had some chicken nuggets with some ketchup on the side, and that's all she had. And I'm like, how's this like 25-year-old girl, 23-year-old girl eating like a toddler? Which is okay. Y'all can eat whatever you want. You know, you can eat however you want. But this, she does like Virtual Boy, so it makes sense. She likes N64. She likes Virtual Boy, so it makes complete sense that she would eat that way. You know, people that like N64, like people that think that N64 like the greatest thing ever, they are usually the most basic people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's N64. It's like they're okay with having no games. Like they're okay with having like only 400 games total in the system. That's the girl boss dinner. OJ, don't hate the grind. All right, that's true. That's true. Those Dino Nuggets, man, they be hitting. They be hitting. No, it's okay. A small 2 cents point. All I said in the fancy ways that exclusives attract people to consoles. That buying companies will never guarantee solid story nor exclusive sellers. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. You know, I agree with that as well. Imagine if PlayStation poured out first-party IPs titles consistently like Nintendo. I hope Astrobot is a wake-up call. Yeah, I hope so, but it's not a wake-up call in the sales, because games like God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West and Spider-Man 2, those all sold way better than Astrobot. But the good reviews and the game of the year of Astrobot definitely obviously like helped out there. I used to be Top Ramen Man 98, so I won't judge. Hey, look, Top Ramen, that is a meal of struggle, not a meal of like, you know, like, oh, okay, I just like this. It's like, yo, you struggling, so you got to roll with the Top Ramen, you know? Why do you think Nintendo is able to release exclusives more regularly than Sony and Microsoft? Because they don't invest in technology in terms of the games don't have to be the most graphically superior and things like that. They're more worried about the game being fun. So technologically, they're not quite up there yet, nor do they think that they need to be at that level in order to make a great game. So Nintendo can release smaller games and they can release games that don't take as long to make in order to speed up their cadence. Obviously, that'll slow down maybe a little bit. They did say that it is going to take a bit more time now that they're jumping up a pretty big jump. But yeah, it should still be better than what Microsoft and Sony offer. Although Microsoft is going to start picking it up because they bought every company in the world. So Microsoft's first party. First party. The biggest air quotes ever. Microsoft's first party games are obviously going to be more frequent now. You know. Plain says, what do you think about the what do you think will be the biggest Switch 2 game that no one's talking about? No hype? Well, we don't really know anything yet, but probably whenever the next Animal Crossing, whenever the next Pokemon game, you know, built for, those will be the games that it's like the next big thing that everyone's like, oh my god, you know. So yeah, I'd probably say something in their typical line that sells well, that you know that's coming out. We just don't know when. Or Smash Brothers, Smash. Let's see here. Sicilian Gamer with the $2 says barbecue, ranch, honey mustard, or ketchup with nuggets. I like barbecue. I like barbecue and I like ketchup. I like both. Honey mustard, I can do. Ranch, not really. I'm not a ranch guy for anything but salad. I'm not a ranch guy. But yeah, barbecue for sure. Probably my number one. Number two would be ketchup. Number three would be honey mustard. Thank you so much to Slim with the $2. 71 on the board. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But only when the companies have written documentation or a solid plan. When you should buy gaming companies, they have a solid plan. Okay. Barbecue is the right answer for sure. Yeah, barbecue is great with chicken nuggets. It's very good. Sweet and sour sauce is the only option. Really, nah. Sweet and sour sauce? Nah, not sweet. I mean, I gotta be in the mood for that. Like, I gotta be in the mood to have the sweet and sour. Like, with my chicken nuggets, I like savory. I like savory with chicken nuggets. I don't like, because, like, chicken is, like, a savory type of food. So I want savory. Barbecue is more savory than sweet and sour is more tangy. Like, if I'm in I don't know if I'm ever in a tangy mood, but if there ever is a time to be in a tangy mood, then I go with the sweet and sour. But a lot of places don't even have sweet and sour sauce. Like, a lot of places don't even, like, or their sweet and sour sauce isn't good. That's another thing. It's like, okay, you go somewhere to get chicken nuggets, great. But do they actually have good sweet and sour sauce? You know? Spicy ranch. Spicy ranch. Okay. Yeah, I'm a barbecue and ketchup dude for nuggets, but I don't really eat nuggets a lot. I'll be honest. Like, I don't really eat chicken nuggets a lot. I eat chicken, obviously, a lot, but I usually grill my chicken on a pan. I get like the Trader Joe's grilled chicken, and I don't use the barbecue that they put. Oh, barbecue, too much sugar. And I just grill it on a pan, and then I usually make like a salad of like baby spinach and carrots and stuff, and I usually just cut it all up and then put it in a salad, and I eat that way. And I put ranch on the side, like a little bit of the light ranch, the light salad dressing ranch. I put a little bit of that on there, and that's what I usually do. But I don't really have chicken nuggets. I don't really eat them like that. Although I do go, like my wife, she likes Carl's Jr. a lot. So whenever I do go to Carl's Jr., if I get her something, I'll usually get like the French fries, and like I'll get some barbecue. Like their barbecue's pretty good, so I'll have some French fries with barbecue. And if we get anything chicken, we'll dip it in the barbecue sauce that they give us. So that's about the only time. I did buy Chick-fil-A's barbecue sauce. Like you can buy Chick-fil-A's actual barbecue sauce and their chicken sauce at Walmart, and I thought those were pretty good. Their chicken sauce was really good. McDonald's is the only sweet and sour I like personally. Yeah, I remember McDonald's having good sweet and sour sauce, but I don't go to McDonald's. My wife does not like McDonald's, and I don't go to McDonald's regularly at all. But yeah, when I went to McDonald's, yeah, I did get sweet and sour sometimes from them, and it was okay. It was good. But I don't really go to McDonald's. So, mods, please ban anybody talking about condiments. Mods, clean up the chat. Clean up the chat. Mods. Mods. Buddy, barbecue sauce is ambitious sauce ever. It could be tangy hot, smoky sweet, sweet and smoky, tangy sweet, extra smoky hot. It's so random. Yeah, usually the default sauce is the savory. That's usually the default sauce. Yeah, you can customize it. But most of the time, like if you get barbecue sauce from any place, it's just gonna be like the regular savory barbecue sauce. It ain't gonna be like tangy or anything like all the other different type of stuff. It's gonna be, it's not gonna be like sweet tang. It's gonna be like the regular savory style barbecue sauce for most places that I went to, at least. Maybe we do legit OJ tries it. I've done a OJ tries it. I did the Sicilian. If you guys want to see my OJ tries it, I think I did the Impossible Whopper. I think I did. So you guys can watch my I think I did the Impossible Whopper. Let me double check. Impossible Whopper. I did. OJ Live Impossible Whopper review. This was back in 5 years ago in 2019. I did the Impossible Whopper review. So yeah, back in 2019. So yeah. Impossible Whopper review 2019. Yeah, so I'll give you guys a link, and then we played Splatoon at the end. And then we played Splatoon. It's unlisted though, so I never put it live, so that's why maybe you guys probably missed it. Did I do the Popeyes chicken sandwich? All right, so that's the Impossible Whopper review. Juice Man Vaughn was there. I was watching the stream and Juice Man Vaughn donated. That was in 2019. Juice Man Vaughn's been around for a hot minute, bro. Some of y'all been around for like half decade plus. Let's go. All right, hold up. Okay, so I think I also did. Yeah, so if you guys want food reviews, OJ's tried it. Let me see here. Popeyes. I did. Trying the new Popeyes chicken sandwich in 2019. I did do the chicken sandwich. That is true. Good one, JT. You caught that one. All right, so the first link that I gave you guys, that's my review of the Impossible Whopper. The second one is my review of the Popeyes new chicken sandwich. Now, both of these are because they were new, so I tried them. And it was easy for me because I think it was because where I lived, I had a Burger King and I had a Popeyes like right next to me. So it was just like, okay, let's try it. Like I can go pick up stuff like at Walmart and then come on the way back. There was a Popeyes right over there. There was a Burger King a little bit down the road. It wasn't too far. Like I don't live near Burger King. And there's a Popeyes that's kind of close, but not really. I mean, it's close. It's not far. But the Burger King is pretty far away. Like it's actually like legitimately far away. So I only get Impossible Whoppers if my daughter wants to go there. Like sometimes she wants to go to Burger King. I'm like, okay, cool, we'll go to Burger King. And then like where she like, I gotta go pick her up and everything. And then like there's a Burger King on the way back, so I can do that. But like, yeah, I don't live by, so I don't really do the Impossible Whopper stuff anymore. The stream layout has improved a lot since the Impossible Whopper review. Yeah, it's a lot more easy and clean now. This layout, we've been doing this for about a year or so for this layout where we have like, pretty, just like a green screen. And then, although I'm going to open this up though, guys, like the green screen's coming down. I'm having people, like I'm putting the room together, but I might still use the green screen regardless, I might still use it. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting my TV, putting the TV right here, putting a little sofa right here, having my desk here, having it just more like a room, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna be the room that I actually live out of, or even my game room. But my game room is over here, but my boy's getting bigger and he's gonna need his own room, when he gets older and all that. So I do want to actually, and that's where my game room is right now. So I am eventually gonna have to make this into the office/game room. So eventually, and then of course we have our master bedroom and all that I'm in. So yeah, I gotta get this place set up with my video game stuff as well. So I do want to put like a nice like sofa, 2-piece sofa in here. Put like a put my soundproofing up. Obviously the lighting needs to be better. I want to do a bunch of different stuff. But yeah, I got to get that done. I'll probably see if I can get that done this year. I got a guy that can do it. It's just a matter of just getting the time, man. Coming of age when you get your own game room. Yeah. Yeah, well, if you buy your own house, I mean, obviously, if you get a house, then you can kind of get a game room, you know. I've had it, you know, I've been blessed and lucky enough to have my own house for like since 2016. So I'm going on about a decade of home ownership. I've had my own game room actually since 2015. So about a decade. I moved out of my parents' place in 2014, and then 2014. So more than a decade. But yeah, it's cool. Let's see. Put a lot of Reggie Fils-Aimé on the green screen. Yeah, the Reggie Fils-Aimé on the green screen was good. Actually, to be honest though, I moved out for college too though, so there was about a 3-year window where I was in college, so I was moved out too. It's true that Impossible Whoppers are less healthy than the regular ones. I don't know about all that. When it comes down to it, I don't know. So yeah, now I want it. Go get an Impossible Whopper. Put this stream on the cell phone, and go get the If you want an Impossible Whopper, you live once. You gotta get it done. Go get yourself. It's a Saturday night. I always say Saturday, Sundays, treat yourself, man. If you guys want to go get something, put me on the phone. That's the cool thing about my stream. You don't have to actually be like looking at it. You can just put it on background play, or just put me on the phone and go get yourself the Impossible Whopper. Go get yourself whatever you want, man. If you've worked hard all week, now if you ain't done nothing but eat fast food all week and eat unhealthy, then no, sit your butt down, or go lift some weights, or go to the gym tonight. But if you've been good, you've been exercising, and or you've had a hard week and you want to relax, go get yourself something nice, man. Go get yourself something nice. You gotta try the Asiago chicken sandwich. I have tried the Asiago chicken sandwich a number of years ago. I used to go to Wendy's a lot because there was a Wendy's also by my old place, and I have tried it. It's good. I like the Asiago, or whatever it's called, you know. So yeah. Oh, that sounds like I'll have the real meat. I like the Impossible Whopper. I don't think it's bad. I think it's okay. But yeah, if you're gonna have a Whopper, you might want to go with the actual Whopper, you know. So I eat. That's my problem. My problem is that I eat actually pretty good, but sometimes to me it's like sometimes the sugar's too much. So I've been good on candy this week, but like the last few weeks I've been terrible on candy. But this week I've been solid. I haven't been eating as many. Although I think I had a Twix this week. Did I? I might have. Yeah, I did. I only had one. I had one king size. My wife bought me one. But sometimes I would go through like, oh my gosh, I'd probably go through like 5 or 6 packs of like twos, right? Of like a week, which is not too bad. Like it's not good. Obviously it's not good, but I want to kind of limit that down to like maybe like 1 Twix a week, like 1 2-pack a week, or at least like 1 every 2 weeks. But I need to have a Twix. Like I just need to have one. Like at least once a month, I need to have a Twix. Like my best time period without like some form of candy, I think I did like 2 or 3 months where I didn't have any candy. But I need to have something. I just need to have something. So yeah. For me, it's juice and drinks. Yeah, juice is something that it took me a while to cut juice out of my diet. But I think I've got to the point to where I don't need juice. But before OJ, I like orange juice. You know, juice, man. That's I'm OJ. So like, yeah, man. Like I really like orange juice. Like I really like orange juice. Like I really like it. But I had to really just mentally tell myself I can't be drinking this stuff. You know, I can't be drinking this stuff. Orange juice, there's too much sugar. I mean, maybe if I make my own orange juice, like a juicer, and make my own orange juice, okay, cool. You know, I'll do that. But like I like the unhealthy orange juice. I like that orange juice. I don't like the healthy orange juice. I like the unhealthy orange juice. So, but I really had to get myself away from orange juice, so I don't drink it anymore. But I used to drink it a lot. I used to drink orange juice a lot. I'm a big on those. Yeah, cookies and milk will just get your stomach looking like Santa Claus, bro. You'll be looking like Santa Claus eating cookies and milk. I know that happened to me. I used to have cookies, well, not regular milk, but almond milk. But it wasn't the almond milk. It was the Oreos. It was we talked about this the other day. The golden Oreos, man. It was the golden Oreos. Oreos will get you looking like Santa Claus in no time. They'll get you looking like Santa. So yeah, I had to do away with the golden Oreos, man. I had to do away with that. So I can count my calories with the Twix, and it's not too bad, you know. But the golden Oreos, bro. I might have a special interest in drinks. Is that a question of what you? I don't get what you're trying to say, Zoo. Welcome to the stream, though. If you actually do a juicer, it's much better. Yeah, my wife bought a juicer, but it's like not a great juicer. So like we're gonna like probably buy another one. We're gonna probably like wait till Black Friday and get like a really good juicer. Like she bought like a kind of like a cheaper one, and it's okay, but it's just kind of like. And we want to get like one of those like super nice juicers. But if you wait for Black Friday, you can get like a $200 or $300 juicer for probably like $100. Like we got like a super nice like deep pit air fryer for like this air fryer is like $300 something. Okay, this was like a couple years ago. This is 2022. This is like a $300 $400 air fryer. They had it on sale for $99 on Black Friday. And it was like legit. It wasn't like, oh, we're just discounting it for Black Friday. Like, oh, it's like really like only like $100. No, like I've seen that air fryer before on Amazon. Because I was looking at getting one. But I was like, I want to get a good one, not like one of the little dinky cheap ones. I'm like, but I ain't paying $200, $300 for an air fryer. No, I'm good. Like, I'd rather spend that money somewhere else. Help the homies out. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Do something else with it. But I ain't doing it on one air fryer. I'm going to just wait. So I waited till Black Friday, and I saw that same air fryer that I wanted for $99. I was like, oh, here we go. And that has been one of the best purchases that I've done is just getting that air fryer. It's really good. Deep pit air fryer. You can cook all sorts of stuff in there. So I want to wait for Black Friday. There's a juicer that I'm looking at, but I want to wait. You know? Yeah. No, juicers are annoying to clean. We have one. We used it. When I got sick the other day, my wife, she was giving me some type of juice cocktail, and we had that juicer, and it is incredibly annoying to clean. It is incredibly annoying to clean. That's why you got to buy the really expensive ones, the ones that have like the self-clean or the little things that help. Like that's the thing that the really expensive ones do better than the cheaper ones. Like my cheaper air fryers, the cleaning is terrible, but this new air fryer that I bought, the cleaning is so much better. The trays, the quality of the material, everything is so much better and easier to clean on the new air fryer. It's almost like the George Foreman grills too, right? If you buy one of those cheap knockoff ones, those ones are a pain to clean. But if you buy the actual real legit George Foreman grills, those ones have like the newer ones have like the clip off ones where you can clip it off, easily clean it, slides right off no matter how much you use it. So you got to make sure that it's like, yeah, they're all annoying to clean, but you got to make sure if you get one of the better ones, they make it a little bit easy. They make it a bit easier. Sometimes a little bit easier, but a lot of times a lot easier to clean, you know? The song in the back is Pearl Blue Soul from Ridge Racer 2. Let's see. I have an air fryer. I have no idea how to use it. Usually you can just, I mean, it's not that hard, but yeah, like a lot of the cheaper air fryers, they just have a bunch of knobs and whatever. They don't tell you. My air fryer has like a little heads up display and like tells you exactly what you're doing. So yeah. I got my wife the Horm juicer. It's pretty good. Don't remember the specific model. Just check the site. A bit pricey. Yeah. All right. Take it easy, Dior. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. I appreciate you. Start using cake pan so it'd have to clean. Oh, a cake pan. That's good. I'm gonna lie. I've been off the cookies for 5 days and it's driving me nuts. I'm not. Yeah, I remember when I got off the Mike and Ike's, bro. I used to be Mike and Ike man. Remember when I was the Mike and Ike's Mega Mix, and I swear I needed my Mike and Ike's fix. I'd be streaming, and after my stream, I'm like, all right, guys, I gotta go. I swear I would run to CVS to buy some Mike and Ike's after the stream back in the day. I would run to CVS. I'm like, oh, I need some Mike and Ike's, and I would like take off towards. And then I'll never eat Mike and Ike's ever again. So one time I remember, I was like, you know what? It's been a while. I hadn't had Mike and Ike's in like, I think a year or so. I'm like, all right. I came back from Nigeria, right? I came back from a vacation. Came back from Nigeria. I was getting my teeth fixed and all that, and I'm like, all right, got my teeth fixed. Everything was good. Everything was clean. Everything was fine. I'm like, all right, I'll go have myself some Mike and Ike's, whatever. Go there. This is, by the way, I just got done spending a ton of money fixing my teeth. I go there, buy some Mike and Ike's, take one bite, and plop, there goes one of my caps on my upper tooth. And I'm like, oh, you've gotta be kidding me. I just got done paying. So then I go back and I'm like, yeah, my top cap fell off. Can we get another grand for like a cap, dude, or something like that? So I was like, oh my. So I have not eaten a Mike and Ike since 2021. That was the last time that I had a Mike and Ike's, I think. Maybe there might have been something in between, but it's been very rare. Whereas I used to have them like at least a few times a month before in the past. Mike and diabetes, I know, seriously. Dots get your dots are good, but they mess your teeth up. They get all up into crevices and everything and stick to the roof of your mouth. Like, that's the problem with dots, man. They are like really gummy and just stick everywhere. Like, that's why I don't like the dots. I don't like eating the dots. You like ice cream? Halo Top is where it's at. I am not a big ice cream guy, but I did have some ice cream today. I did have a little bit of the French vanilla from Trader Joe's. I had a little bit of that, like with the banana. It's good. But I'm not like huge on ice cream. I actually like frozen yogurt a lot more, which is healthier. I'm actually a big fan of frozen yogurt. When I think of I think of the Dots ice cream. I've had the Dots ice cream, but I don't think I'm a fan of the Dots ice cream. It's okay though, but I had it a long time ago. Crunch and Munch literally chipped my tooth. Oh, Crunch and Munch will absolutely jack your teeth. They jacked my teeth up too. Absolutely jacked my teeth up. Don't ever eat Crunch and Munch. That stuff literally jacks your teeth up. Like I had to stop when I chipped one of my teeth eating a Crunch and Munch as well. Don't eat that crap. Yum Game with the 22-bit says, any plans on rejoining Spawnwave livecast, and also what games do you plan to get before the Switch 2? Anything that announced at the next Nintendo Direct. So if they talk about, like, you know, obviously Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, whatever those games are, Xenoblade Chronicles X, stuff like that, I'm getting all those. Thank you, Yum. And yeah, if they ever change the date back to Saturdays, like how we had it before, then I'll join the live cast. But the problem is that they do it on a day that I can't join, you know? So that's the issue. So yeah. Butterfingers stick to your teeth too. Butterfingers are disgusting. They changed the formula, J2, and they do not taste anywhere near as good as they used to be. Butterfingers used like lay off my Butterfinger, like the Bart Simpson back in the day Butterfinger. Those were so much better. I don't know what they did, but Butterfinger tastes like trash now. I remember I haven't had a Butterfinger in years, and those used to be like one of my favorites was Butterfinger. I don't know what they did, but garbage. Absolutely garbage. They used to be good though. They used to be great, but I agree. Yeah, they used to be good, man. Butterfinger just... Oh. Lou Flame with the or with the $9.99. No, the JoJo, he says, Foodies Unite. I think that's my first foodie dono in a while. Usually we just talk about it. Yo, I appreciate that. We appreciate the food talk here. Let's go. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate that, my man Lou Flame. Said, Foodies Unite, baby. Yes, sir. Combo breaks in here. Big love to you guys. Give some love to my man Lou Flame. Let's go. Shout outs, dude. I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the big 10, man. If you want a music track, let me know, Lou Flame. I got you. If I can play it, video game music track, I got you, man. I got you. We still have about 30 minutes left on stream, so plenty of time. If somebody wants to, if you want to drop a dono, get a music request in, feel free. If you've already dropped one, you didn't put one in, like Sicilian, you dropped a bunch of donos. And Me World, if you want one, I got you guys. So if you dropped the dono and you forgot to put a request in, man, I'm hungry right now. The funny thing is that one thing that I've been able to do is that I've been able to hear people talk about food and then not get hungry. Like, I don't know what it is, but I've been able to block that out. I used to be like that to where I'm like, man, if I hear people talking about like Butterfingers or like I don't even want a Twix right now. Like, I used to be like, man, if I hear people talking about Twix or about this or about that, I want one. But I don't know, maybe it's like a mental thing because I'm a streamer and I know that, well, I'm not going to be able to have anything for like another, you know, however long. But I think that's what I did. I blocked. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not sure what I've done, but I used to be that way to where like if I hear people talking about it, it's like I get all like, oh, I gotta have one. But now it's like I can hear people talk about food and talk about stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm good. I don't really need it right now. I eat later. You know. I don't know. It's weird. But I used to not be like that. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. Let's see here. The new Butterfinger is like new Coke. Like what's new Coke? New Coke Zero? Let's see here. I know when I had a car, I got big. It's been a battle since then. Yeah. You just gotta watch what you, the thing about it, the cool guy, you just gotta watch what you eat. Like, watch what you eat. If you watch what you eat normally, like, watch what you eat, like your normal main meals. Watch what you eat there. If you watch what you eat there and then limit the sugar and cookie intake, you'll lose the weight will come off. But for me, that's what I did. You know, like I gotta just watch. That's why I try to do like more salad, more grilled chicken. Just watch what you eat on your big main course meals, and then just like I said, limit like the cookies or whatever. Like just you gotta try to force yourself. Hey, you know, no snacking in the car, no snacking on cookies, or for me it was Golden Oreos. No snacking on Golden Oreos in the car. You know, don't buy it. Also, that's another thing. Don't buy it. That's like the biggest hurdle is when you go to the store and it's there. So just try not to buy it. You might want it, but if it's not in the home, you can't get it. You know what I'm saying? So try not to buy it when you go to the grocery store, or at least try not to load up on it. You know, like load up. Like if you're gonna do cookies, buy the small pack. You know, go to the gas station, get the small snack pack. Don't go get the whole rack of double stuffed at Walmart. You know, go to the gas station, buy the small pack. You know, the supermarkets are what's gonna is really ultimately what takes you out, because they have the huge sizes, the king sizes, they have everything at those, right? Or they have like the big packs where you can buy multiple, you know? So if you go to a gas station, you go somewhere, or you just say, hey, I'm just gonna go to like, you know, just get like one pack. That's what I do. Like I don't go get like a whole rack of Twixes or a whole rack of Oreos. I just go to and just get like one little pack of, all right, I'll just have this for tonight, you know? And I won't have like a whole pack that I'll keep on eating, you know? So yeah, Madrid says they changed the formula Coke for no reason in the 90s. Okay. Speaking of food, I made an omelet with a mix of egg whites, hash potatoes, and beef chorizo for breakfast this morning. Oh, sounds good. M&Ms. I don't think M&Ms were ever a weakness of mine, Dre, but I like M&Ms. I like the peanut M&Ms, and regular M&Ms are fine. But whenever I go get frozen yogurt, I gotta have me some M&Ms in the frozen yogurt. But I rarely go get. I get frozen yogurt like maybe once a month, maybe, probably not even that. But whenever I do go, I gotta have M&Ms on the frozen yogurt, though. I gotta have M&Ms on the frozen yogurt. My favorite flavor, there's only one place in town that I know has it, but they have espresso frozen yogurt. Tastes like coffee. It's like espresso bean frozen yogurt. I get that. I get some little shaved peanuts. I get some M&Ms on there. I get like put a couple marshmallows, just like a small little cup. It's great. It's great. But that's the time that I get my M&Ms. That's the only time that I even eat M&Ms is when I get frozen yogurt. The current music is good. Okay, you don't want anything else? All right, that's no problem, man. If you think of something, let me know. A. Clark says, what up, OJ? I remember asking you about Skies of Arcadia a while back. You said there wasn't much info at the time. I'm happy to know things are starting to ramp up. Yes, because there was, A. Clark, there was the what was it? The trademark. Yeah, the renewal of the trade. I blanked out for a second. I was thinking of M&Ms. The renewal of the trademark. Yeah, there was the renewal of the trademark. I might go get some frozen yogurt tonight. If the frozen yogurt place is still open, I might go get some tonight after the stream. I might. I don't think it's open, though. I think they close by like 7 or 8 tonight. So I don't think I'll have time to go get it. But maybe I'll go on Sunday. Sunday frozen yogurt with the fam. How about that? Yeah, the party sizes are killer. Yeah. Peanut butter M. I've never been a fan of peanut butter M&Ms. Like I know like people like them, and I mean I've had them, but I've never been a fan of the peanut butter M&Ms. I like the peanut and I like the regular. Bro, you gotta eye calories, man. Sometimes if you don't eye calories, you'll eat before you even know it. You'll have nearly 3K in a day. Like if you're not careful, you can easily eat 2,000 to 3,000 calories in a day. 2,000 can be done easily. 3,000, you can do it not even thinking. You slip in some cookies in there with some milk, bro. it'll be 3K and no problem. Like two Oreos are 140 calories. You eat one rack of those, that's like 1,000 right there. You got 1,000 calories in Oreos, and you like, wait, I just had one row. It wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah, I'll be 1,000 calories in no time, baby. Yo, A Clark with the $10. Jojo don't know. Ayo, says don't get to catch the streams live often, but I always catch them later. Been here for a while. Just want to say I appreciate you and all you do regards to content. Thank you so much, A Clark. I know you've been around for a while, so I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping the dono, man. I appreciate that. I did not think that we could get to 100 limit break tonight. We got it yesterday, so I appreciate it. I didn't know it was possible tonight, but we're only 7 combos away. Hey, Clark, let me get you some Skies of Arcadia music, too. Skies of Arcadia music. I'll get you some Skies of Arcadia music to celebrate potentially getting a new Skies of Arcadia game. Or a remaster or something. Maybe we'll get Skies of Arcadia, you know. Maybe we'll get something. All right, good stuff. Let me see if I can get the get a few different. Actually, I want to do the battle theme. I like the battle theme. Oh, here we go, battle 2. All right, yeah, this one's good. Battle theme 2. Thank you so much, A Clark. Appreciate that, man. Skies for the win. And yes, I hope we do get some Skies of Arcadia. So Slim with the $2 says, OJ, knowing the Oreo calorie by heart is crazy. Well, remember, I was a personal trainer as well, so I did count calories with people. I did look extensively at, you know, nutritional labels, because like nutrition classes, like, so I have looked at things for like decades, to be honest. Like, to be fair. To be fair, I'm a kinesiologist, so I always look at calories. Like, I do know a lot of stuff off the top of my head for calories and calorie counting. But yeah, I do know it off the top. I actually know Golden Oreo thins off the top of my head too. 3 of them are 140 calories. Now, I don't know all the sugar, like grams and like all that, but I know like the calorie content. So yeah, 3 is 140 for Golden Oreo. The thins. So yeah, thank you so much for the $2. Appreciate that, Mr. Sicilian. But yeah, it is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. Have you watched the Castlevania Nocturne show on Netflix? I haven't watched that yet, but I've seen some of the Castlevania. I'm gonna get to it one of these days. For sure. LeBron a masterclass at NY RGT in shambles. I didn't see the game. What's going on? Isn't the Royal Rumble tonight or something like that? 117 to 104. So, I mean, there's still some time left. It's not quite over. A few threes. And they can get back to that. But yeah, we'll see. It definitely looks like it's going to be yeah, he's 14 for 26, three pointers. I think he's got a triple double. Yeah, he's got a triple double. 33, 10, and 11 right now. So yeah, he's got a triple double. That's crazy, man. LeBron's timeless wonder, man. Timeless wonder. So some of the other. Okay, hold up. No, I already read that. Shout out. Thank you so much, Cecilian. I appreciate that. Speaking of Mike and I, can you play Mikey's theme from Wario World? You and Mike and I addicted. All right, I got you. I got you next after this. Mikey's theme WarioWare? RGT's gonna be pissed. Maybe, yeah. RGT hates LeBron, so. But once again, it's not over till it's over. Yo, J2 Blue with the jow.
If Konami doesn't give us a new Castlevania game on Switch 2, Konami are forever bums emo law.
I think a new Castlevania game is coming. I think it's coming for sure. We just gotta be a bit more patient. Shout out to J2 Blue, the hidden beast of the village. Thank you for the $10 JoJo, man. And we have hit. You guys know what time it is. Once again, it is time for the limit break. Boom! Hopefully we can do something small for a bonus stream, guys. I'm going to try to shoot for it. If not, like I said, we'll get our Sunday bonus streams. Don't worry. We will get them. I owe you guys a lot anyway, so we're going to get them. Big love, J2 Blue. Yes, sir. We out here. Let's go. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate that. We out here. Should we hit the spot? Talk about the that Taco Bell. Hit the spot. Great evening, OJ. Taco. Man, you know what's way better? Listen, you know what? I did a taste test this weekend. Boys and girls. I did a taste test this weekend. Del Taco, Dookies on Taco Bell. I'm sorry, Vincent. I have to say this. Del Taco's way better. I hadn't had Del Taco in like a decade. And I tried out their street tacos. I tried out their fish tacos. I tried out their Chipotle chicken burrito. I think it's better than Taco Bell. Taco Bell has some good items, but Del Taco's better. I gotta give it to Del Taco. It's better. But if the Taco Bell hit the spot for you, I feel you, brother. I used to like Taco Bell a lot. Like, Taco Bell was my spot back in the day when I was younger. Decades ago, actually. That was my spot, man. Says Del Taco is way better. Wish there was one up here. You don't have a Del Taco where you're at, Nick? Oh, no. I got a Del Taco somewhat close to the house. It's not that far away. So I wanted to try it out because apparently I read something on Twitter. It was probably a lie, but I read something. Somebody said Del Taco was voted #1 fast food in America, and I'm like, what? Del Taco? That same Del Taco that I used to go to back in the day? No way. No way. That must have been a fake or a weird limited poll. There's no way. Let's see. I used to work at Del Taco. I know the dirty secrets. What are the secrets? Tell me the secrets. Tell me them. I used to work at McDonald's, so I can tell you guys some of the old secrets. I don't know if they're still there, because obviously things change, but... So, yeah. Taco Bell's $10 now. Sad we don't have Del Taco in North Florida. Oh, no Del Taco. It's actually pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Let's see. Oh, no. Del Taco is like end of the world, though. What do you mean by that, Vat? The grilled chicken is fire at Del Taco. Oh, yeah. I had the Chipotle chicken burrito. Fantastic. I thought the carne asada street tacos were pretty good. They do a decent job of trying to emulate real street tacos. It's not as good as a real Mexican street taco, but it's, you know, it's solid. It's solid. It's got that, you know, that little pinch of carne asada flair, that flavor, the lime and all that, you know. It's good. I've never been to Del Taco. Oh man, try it out. Try out the I suggest this. I suggest if you like fish, they have the fish tacos. I suggest the street tacos, the carne asada street tacos. Chipotle chicken burritos only $3. I suggest that. Those are all pretty good. I had it 2 days because I tested it one day and then I went back the next day to buy my wife something and myself, and she didn't really like it that much. So I ended up eating most of it. If there's no Del Taco in the town you live at, it's like the end of the world. I have a Del Taco, but it's 2 hours away from me. Oh, no, that's not worth going to. No fast food joint is worth going. This ain't Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. No fast food joint is ever worth 2 hours of driving to. It better, I don't know. It better make you a sandwich for free and give you a pedicure and a manicure and, you know what I'm saying, and wash your car too on the way out. If I'm going to drive 2 hours for a fast food joint, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The beans are real, but the meat is ready pre-cooked. The chicken is real, but the butter they use is margarine. Okay, that makes sense. That makes like fast food sense, right? For that, yeah. I would say this with McDonald's. I don't know if it's changed, but I would say McDonald's is interesting because the eggs, it's like some of it is liquid egg product. Some of it's not actually like a real egg. I know McMuffin, that's like an actual egg that we cracked, but like McGriddle and like the breakfast egg that you would get like with like with the pancakes and with all of that, that was also liquid egg product. It wasn't even like yellow or like white. It was pink. It was like goopy pink stuff for like like I said, they might have changed it, but I would always tell people, like, once I found out, I'm like, dude, never get McGriddle, never, or ask for a McGriddle, but ask for like a regular egg, like the McMuffin egg instead of the folded, like anything that's like the folded egg, that's all liquid egg product and not an actual egg, you know? So yeah, that's the thing that I would say with McDonald's. Yeah. And obviously everything's like frozen. Nothing's like actually like fresh and like it's all frozen. You know, all the beef and everything's frozen. So, which I think you guys all know that, obviously. I will go 2 hours in a real life replica of Mario Kart. Oh man, what are your favorite Xenoblade Chronicles 1 party members you use? I'm on chapter 8 playing for the first time. I like Shulk, I like Dunban, and I like Shulk, Dunban, Ricky, Shulk, Dunban, Charla, Shulk, Dunban, you know, Shulk, Dunban, and anybody else. Shulk, Dunban, and anybody else. Pikmin 4 DLC this winter. I don't think there's any DLC. I think the game is done, Aaron. I think the content for that game is done. It's been 2 years now. We're going on the 2-year anniversary. I don't think they've announced anything, so I don't think there's going to be any DLC. Yeah, Del Taco's great though. Del Taco's fantastic. I like it a lot. Oh man, good old Del Taco. I feel bad for the people who I'm talking about it and you don't get a chance to try it out. But maybe if you go to like, you know, if you go to like a different city or something, you can find a good Del Taco in your area, or like when you travel. Maybe that'll be good. You know, it'll be good. It'll be good. Hey, what's up, Medi? Welcome to the stream. Zoob says, heck, burgers cook at home, also frozen though. Well, that's true. Depends on how you get the burger meat though, right? Depends on how you get it, but yeah. Some places do store their burger meat in refrigerators, and you can buy it fresh that day. There are some like certain places that sell it that way, like certain Whole Food stores that will sell it refrigerated, not frozen burgers. So you can get it and then freeze it. And I know like my wife, she does buy like from like Trader Joe's and stuff, where it's it's not frozen. It's in a refrigerator, so it's not frozen. And like you just have, obviously you gotta either freeze it or you gotta cook it by pretty soon, right? Because it's a refrigerator, not a freezer, for preservation. So she actually cooks quite a number of times. Like whenever we go to Trader Joe's, we'll buy the refrigerated meat and it's not frozen. I buy fresh beef, but freezer. You're taking away the advantage of the fresh beef. If once you freeze it, then it becomes just like all the others. I mean, outside of obviously like the fat versus the lean content, right? But that's the whole point of like buying a refrigerated beef patty or buying refrigerated beef is like to just cook it. Just cook it, and then you can taste the freshness. You know, it's really good. I don't like eating freezing steaks. Yeah, you know, I don't really eat steak too much. I only eat steak when I go out. I don't really eat steak at home. The prices for steak are just ridiculous. Like steak just costs too much sometimes, man. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm good on the price of steak. Some of these steaks, man. Me and my wife, we went out to eat yesterday. And I remember we were going and she wanted like maybe like a ribeye steak, right? And I'm like, oh, you want a steak? You want a steak? I'm like, yeah, I can get you a steak. But I'm like, look. And I showed her the price and she was like, she's like, what is that? What am I, a king? A monarch? She's like, I'm not paying that. It was like one steak, bro. It was like $40-something for that steak. And I mean, obviously you can get way more expensive steaks other places, but she was not having that steak price, man. She was not. I would have paid for it for her, but she was not having that. She was like, what is it? She's like, is it gold? Is it golden? She's like, I'm not paying that. Oh man. They're the ones on sale. Sometimes T-bone in New York. Okay, yeah, you got to get it. Sometimes if you get it like right before they're about to expire, get it like you got to cook it that day or they're done. You know, you get them on sale. Do you eat lobster? I don't ever buy lobster. My wife, she buys shrimp. She usually buys shrimp. OJ, have you been kicked off the podcast? No, I haven't. It's just they changed days, so I can't go on. On Fridays. So no. Sauces are pretty packaged too. You have to boil the sauce in hot water to get them hot. Yeah. If I don't see you in the next 30, drive in peace, OJ. All right, take it easy, Vatson. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Yeah, we got about 11 minutes or so left in the stream. Shout outs. We did hit, like I said, 100 on the combo breaker tonight, so that's awesome, guys. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Let's go. You have a full-time job right now? I've always had I've had a full-time job since 2014. I don't think since 2011. I don't think I've never not had a full-time job since 2011. There's never been a time where I haven't, like in a year, I haven't actually worked at a full-time job or working. So I always have a full-time job. I'm an adult. Been working forever. Been working ever since I graduated from college. I've been working. Even in college, I had a job. So yeah, but not a full-time job. But I've had a full-time job for the past almost 15 years, 11, 15 years. Or 14, 15 years. The best tacos are homemade. Homemade tacos are actually awesome. What is better about fresh meat compared to frozen or cured? Frozen meat, it just kind of zaps some of the flavor because the meat is no longer as tender. So even if you cook it, you reheat it, it just zaps some of that flavor than having it fresh, you know? I don't mean YouTube, I mean office or police. Yeah, I've always had a full-time job regardless. Not even just YouTube, I always have a full-time job. But office or police, is that the two types of jobs? Either you're police or you're in an office. There's nothing else, a full-time job.
What do you mean? They like it. What they came here for.
Yo! Shout out. Yo, DeAndre with the $2. What do you mean they like it, baby? Pokemon Heart Gold National Park theme. All right, I got you, man. Pokemon Heart. Thank you for the $2. Pokemon Heart Gold National Park. National Park. All right. Maybe one of these days I'll get into the solo leveling anime. Okay, yeah, the final 128 to 112. You were right. Well, I mean, I knew that they were gonna win, but no comeback. No comeback at all. LA closes it out. Closes it out with against the Knicks. I wonder what RGT's gonna say. No Knicks win, bozos. So apparently LeBron had a thunderous dunk. Apparently, Juice Man Vaughn with the ninja thing.
Play King's theme from Tekken 3, the arcade version.
I got you, man. Thank you for the $5, Juice Man Vaughn. Let's go. Thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate that. Let's get it. 112 on the board. Yeah, I saw your post on Multiversus Juice, and I'm like, I gotta say something myself too, man. I talk about the founders pack, people upset that they spent $100 and they feel scammed. Here's the reason why I said this before. Here's the reason why I don't feel bad for these people. I don't feel bad for these people, Juice Man Vaughn, because why would you spend $100 on something that you have no idea if that person or that thing or that game is going to be around? You have no idea. You cannot do that with a live service game where they're locking off all the is that a smart idea? That is not a smart idea. So I don't feel any type of way for those people. You set yourself up to be scammed. You set yourself up to be scammed, so I don't feel sorry for those people. And those were also the people that were calling me shill, were calling me Nintendo fanboy, were calling me all these things. If you say anything negative about the progression system in Multiverses, or if you try to say, guys, this is bad, you guys should not be championing this type of progression. No, you're just Smash. Everything is gonna be like Smash. You're stuck in your old ways. I'm like, all right, man, y'all dumb as hell. I don't feel sorry for none of you. I hope all of you guys that spent all your money on there, I'm happy that you wasted it. I'm happy that y'all deserve it. Every one of y'all deserve it for sitting there and supporting a game, a fighting game that gives you no characters at launch. It was a cash grab from the beginning. What kind of nonsense is that? A new character comes out. Oh man, new character. Oh, by the way, you gotta either buy the character or you gotta grind 5,000 hours or you gotta buy these weird tokens. It's like, get the this nonsense out of here, man. If there's no physical copy of the game, there's no Switch version, you're looking for Smash players. Yeah, that's a smart idea. Have it on a system that doesn't have Smash. Have it on those systems. Get Xbox, PlayStation, and PC guys to be dedicated to your game. You know that all they do is play it for 2 seconds, then drop it, right? To say, oh yeah, look, competitor to Smash. It's the same people that sit there and they do this every time, bro. They do this every single time. They do not care about platform fighters. It's so stupid, bro. It's so dumb. So dumb. King's Theme. Tekken. Thank you for the $2, DeAndre. Thank you for the $5, Juice. King's Theme. Tekken 3. What's up, man? I've been in the stream lurking for DoorDash. I was eating like trash last year. I was eating 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. Got tired of it. Now I'm down to 286. There you go, man. See? So watch that diet and you'll be good. Continue losing. Let's see. RGT was talking hella trash before. LO, he said we had no chance to win without AD. No chance to win without AD. I know that was a bad idea to say that. And the reason why it's a bad idea to say that is because basketball, there's a 3-point shot. If this was like 1999, yeah, you'd probably have no chance without your big man. But in today's day, you've got a 3-pointer. So what happened with the threes? With the threes, they hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They hit 9. They almost hit 23s. So that's a lot of points. That's 60. Is that 60 points? Yeah, that's 60 points. That's 60 points off of threes. That's almost half of, not almost, not. Well, it's a little bit over, right? No, not, it's about half. A little bit less than half. So you scored 60 points off of 3-pointers. Whereas before, if you were just doing 2s, obviously you got to do way better than that, which a big man would get you those 2s. So I don't know. No, anybody can lose in today's NBA with the 3-point shot. The frequency that they're shooting it. Yeah, back in the day, like I used to watch the Bulls. They would shoot like 5 or 6 threes per game. Maybe Steve Kerr would hit a couple. Maybe Jordan would hit one. Maybe Pippen would hit one. Like they never shot threes. They shoot 10 or less. And today they're jacking up like 30, 40, 50 more threes. And like, yeah, if you hit like 20 of them, you're going to win probably. So yeah, even if you don't have one of your best players, as long as you have shooters, you can win any random given night. The Dorian Finney-Smith hit 5 of 6 3-pointers. He had 15 points. He hit almost all of his threes. Gabe Vincent hit 3 threes. You know, Austin Reeves hit 4 threes. So the 3-point shot is the almighty equalizer. So yeah, to say that, oh, they have no chance because of a big man, nope. Just somebody else just got to shoot more threes. That's all you got to. Somebody else just got to shoot. Gabe Vincent gets you multiple threes. Dorian Finney gets you multiple threes. That made up for AD's 20-something points right there. That's all you had to do was just get somebody else to shoot threes. But I mean, obviously you're missing his defense. That's true. You are missing his defense. But a lot of guys aren't playing defense in the NBA anyway. You know, a lot of guys aren't playing defense anyway. So it's not like defense is going to be super intense anyway in the NBA these days, unless it's like the playoffs. Yeah, it gets a little bit more intense. But regular season, the defense ain't great anyway. So yeah, any team, any night, any team could lose. Just need to shoot threes. We were hot from 3 tonight. Knicks were coming in on this 5-game winning streak. Yeah, I can see why he said that, though. I can see why he said that. But, yeah, like, if a big man is out, that doesn't mean anything in today's day. Just shoot more threes. Literally, the Celtics won. They just jack up threes all day. That's all they do. Obviously, the Warriors, their dynasty was built on just jacking up threes. So, that's all you got to do. Speaking of anime, I can't wait to get My Hero spin-off prequel. My Hero Academia Vigilante is probably the closest thing we'll have to My Hero plus The Boys. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that as well. I got to finish the series, though. Did you read my comment? Sorry, I missed because I was picking up order. Yeah, I read your comment, man. Congrats on losing the weight, brother. That I mean, you were eating like 3,000 to 4,000 calories. Now you're doing a lot less. So that's good, man. That's good. Congrats on that, for real. WB showed them who they were the first time. They didn't ask any questions. Then so the money deserves to be taken. Yeah, like they were trying to say it's okay that the game goes away for that long. They were trying to say it's okay. Like the game was better before. I don't know what they were doing, but just bad decisions. Like just it was a train wreck. And I don't know for the life of me why companies will sit there and ride and die on competitive players. Why are you riding and dying on competitive players and always online and season pass? Like, why are you riding and dying on that? You should be making a game that's fun to play first and foremost. That's incredibly fun to play. That moves fluid, the animations are good, and it's fun to play. That's first and foremost. Then second should be competitive tweaking. But if you're going to do a Smash Brothers game, you need to have, like, especially if you're going to have one that has established IP, you need to have items. You need to have items, you need to have music, you need to have stages. Multiverses never got the casuals to buy in for real. They played it, they said this is garbage, and then they stopped playing it. You know? The people that voted for it at the Game Awards for Fighting Game of the Year, I can guarantee you right now, none of those journalists played the game. That is all BS. They don't know fighting games at all. They don't play fighting games. King of Fighters should have won, but they don't play. I can guarantee you none of those guys played maybe Multiverses one time, did a couple kicks with Shaggy, and never played it again. The Game Awards people are the worst when it comes to fighting games. They're scrubs. They have no idea how to play. A lot of them are trash. They don't play fighting games. They don't like fighting games. It's the same thing like when Smash is up, you know? They're terrible at a lot of these games. You don't see their gameplay. They're not good at these games. So don't take what they say as, oh, we're doing what we're doing is right. And don't take the super competitive player either. You got to appeal to the casuals first and foremost with a platform fighter that's based off of actual big IP. Like, if you're playing Nickelodeon, yeah, that's cool to wave dash all over the place, but is that really who your audience is going to be? Like the Loud House. Like, it's going to be people who grew up with the Loud House. Are they going to be competitive Smash Brothers players? Or people that, like, liked Hey Arnold? Like, are they going to be like, oh, like, Jordan Fringe loves Hey Arnold. Is he going to be hyped to play Nickelodeon All-Stars with dash dancing all over it and no items and no lit stages and stuff like that? And, like, that, and everything, like, no, they're not going to be. You need to get people like Jordan who like the cartoons to be excited for the game, but he's not. More people like that is gonna get your game played. Everyone buys Smash, even though they might not play Smash super long term, but they buy it because it's fun to play. It's fluid, it's fun to play. It's got a bunch of stages, music, it's got items, it's very fun. It's got crazy modes. I don't know why these companies, these fighting games, or these platform fighters are trying to appeal to the 1%, you know, to the 1-2%. Like, I don't know why, but they keep on doing it. They keep on doing it and keep on doing it and keep on doing it. So if that's what they want to do, cool, you know? Because they probably watch YouTubers talk about Nintendo screws over Smash Bros. Players. I mean, maybe, but they need to stop. Yep, there's a good reason we go back to Smash and Splatoon every now and then. Yeah. It's fun to play. You know, it's just, Smash is fun. I mean, I'd play Smash, like, if I could play with somebody offline here, if I had somebody to play with, I'd play way more. So I'd play way more. Way more. So it is what it is, you know? So yeah. But it's all good. Shout outs though. I'm doing good, Daniel. How are you, man? I don't think we'll get a direct sorry. How much you want to bet? How much money you got? We want to do it. We want to do like a 50? A 50 piece? What odds you want? 1 to 2? 1 to 2, 1 to 3? Or you want to do something a little bit cheaper? Fish? How much you want? What you want? If that's the first comment, you're not even gonna say, "Hey, what up, OJ? How you doing today, brother? What's good?" You're not even gonna say hi. You want to just come in here and say, "I don't think." Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna drop. Let's get down to business then, since we ain't even gonna say hi. How much you want to drop? What we dropping for the February direct? What we dropping? No, I don't want to gamble. Nah. It ain't about gambling. It's a friendly wager. It's not a gamble. It's not blackjack. It ain't poker. It's a friendly wager. It's a friendly wager. If you ain't trying to wager anything, I don't want to hear your opinion on if there's going to be a direct or not. Just enjoy the stream. enjoy the stream. Enjoy it. Because that's not gambling. If somebody said, hey man, I think that this is gonna happen, and you think it's not, what's the point? And they say, hey, I'll give you this if it doesn't happen. What's the point? Why not take it? You don't think it's gonna happen. It's no big deal. So it's just like somebody handing you free money. So just take it. What do you mean gambling? Ain't no gambling. No gambling whatsoever. It's a friendly wager. You scared? I still haven't gotten my winnings or wagers switched to Zoop. I told you to hit me up. I told you to hit me up on Discord, and I got you. Hit me up. Send me your PayPal link, and I send me the direct message me the PayPal link and the amount, and I got you. What's up, Shippy? Hey, bro, what's about to happen? Nothing. That's the new excuse. I don't want to gamble. That Colin Lack guy did the same thing. I bet him 1K. I said, I bet you 1K that the Switch. I said, I'll give you 1K that the Switch 2 sells more than the Wii U in the first year. Like, it doesn't fail. I don't gamble. Okay. You just like to talk. That's it. You just like to talk. I can't stand people that just like to sit there and come here and talk. Stop talking. You just like to sit there and talk and yap. No confidence in your words. No confidence. Be confident. If you got something to say it with your chest. Say it with 10 toes down. Don't come into someone's stream and say, it's not this. And they say, okay, well, just bet. It's not going to happen, right? It's easy free money for you to say, oh, no, I'm good, man. I don't gamble. Oh, I don't. Oh, come on, bro. Come on now. You can't even say hi. If that's the way, then we're going to be a little hard on you. Maybe I thought maybe a direct was coming. Any clue when you think? February. This month. I mean, it might not happen. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'll pay out if I'm wrong, but I might be right. I don't know. I think he thinks now that it's gonna happen now that I bet him. No. My day is good once you bet. Once you bet. No. My day is good, man. How you doing today, Fish? Welcome to the stream. No, there's probably a direct coming in February. I mean, it might not, but it's probably coming. We've had multiple insiders say that it's probably coming. You know, the guy that predicted the Nintendo Switch 2 release date, or not predicted, knew the date. He's also stated it as well. So, I mean, he's been right on a couple things here and there. I don't know if GTA is coming to Switch 2. I don't know if GTA 6 is coming to Switch 2 or not. My bet would be no, but I'm not sure. I don't have $1,000. I have 70. You want to bet 70? I didn't bet you 1,000. I was talking to the other guy, not you. I didn't bet you 1,000. I'm not gonna bet 1,000 on if there's a direct on a Switch 1 direct or not. I ain't betting $1,000 on that. So yeah, I ain't betting. But like, you want to do 70? I'm down. If you want to do 70, I'm down. But like always, for people that come here, if you ever want to bet, you gotta do half down. So you got to do 35 down if you actually want to do it. Because some people they'll bet and say, okay, I'll bet you. And then if they're right, they're like, oh, pay me. But if I'm right, they'll disappear into the void. We had one guy do that, and we had to go find his channel. We had to go hunting for him. Who was that? What was that one guy's name? His party man still here. I forgot his name. It was about Dragon Ball FighterZ coming to Switch. He was like, Dragon Ball FighterZ ain't coming to Switch. I'm like, oh, it is. And I think we bet like over $100 or something like that. All right, yeah, I'll check it. I got you, Zoob. I'll send it to you this weekend. Cook, there we go. Cook, Party Man remembers Cook. So that was like 6 years ago, but yeah, we had to run him down. You know, we had to run him down. So that was fun. I can't forget that. So we ran him down. He donated. He didn't donate the full amount though, and he didn't do it through Streamlabs. He did it through Super Chat. But we took it. It was better than nothing, you know. The Waluigi Theft Auto, yeah, Waluigi Theft Auto. Yeah, we had to send the goons. We had to go collect. You know, back in 2018, things weren't quite as good, so we sent the goons to collect. We went to his channel. We were saying, hey man, where you at, brother? Because this dude spent a whole stream. He spent a lot of stream time talking about how it ain't gonna happen, how the Switch ain't strong enough, how this and that. This guy's talking crazy. I'm like, all right. The funniest thing is I was looking at a screenshot of the Switch version. That was the funniest thing. I had somebody on the inside send me versions of this, literally the Switch version. The buttons, it was the Switch version. I was like, okay, you don't think it's coming? I got screenshots right here. I didn't say that though. I didn't say I had screenshots, but I literally had screenshots. This was right before E3 2018. So I was able to acquire the screenshots beforehand and know 100% that the game was coming. I saw the box art. I saw the marketing for it. I saw everything. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's 100% coming. So I was super confident. I think we bet like 150, or was it 100? I forgot how much we bet. Anyway, I was pretty confident. I had it right in front of me, you know. Had it right in front of me. So it was pretty cool. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight, man. I do appreciate you guys coming out to the stream. Thank you guys for being awesome. If you haven't seen my most recent video, it's kind of blowing up. I'm really, really excited about this video. All rumored and confirmed Nintendo Switch 1 games for the final Nintendo Direct. Like, it's blown up. Like, it wasn't doing as good. It was like 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 this morning, but now it's jumped all the way up to 4 out of 10, and it's already over 10K views. So that's awesome, man. It's been doing better than some of my Switch 2 videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Shout outs to the YouTube algorithm as well for pushing the content. Definitely heavy on the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, good stuff. This man gave me a 2. Okay, gave me a, you want to bet 2? All right, you win, I got you 4. I'm gonna do it for being a good sport. Thank you for the first 2. I'm gonna get you with it. You can just do 2. If I win, that's all you got to do. If you win, I got you back 2. I'll double it. So you got 4, Fish. But thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. Shout out to Fish. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go. Hey, man, 2's definitely good. That's $2 I didn't have before. Well, YouTube takes their cut, but after that, I get my dollar, whatever I get. I appreciate people supporting the channel here. It can be $1, it can be more than that. I appreciate y'all. So thank you guys so much, man. Says no, just take it. All right, I got you, brother Fish. Check out my video, Fish. Check out my video, where I talked about it. I actually discussed the Nintendo Direct, what we could see, games we could see. We could see at the rumored February Nintendo Direct. So go watch that video. Watch it. It's awesome. I'm doing good, Mr. Davis. How are you, man? Thank you for coming out to the stream, Mr. Davis. Thank you guys for coming out. We had 600 people plus watching across all of our social media. So that was awesome. So thank you guys so much for the support tonight. Thank you guys for being incredible. Thank you for all the donos, everybody that dropped support. Massive Rican, ending the stream is Hokage and Stream Ninja. Let's go, baby. Combo breaks. Thank you to everybody that dropped donos tonight. Good night tonight, man. We'll be back maybe tomorrow. I'm going to try to see if we can do something. If not, just because that's a lot of family. I kind of try to do family time on Sundays. So maybe if I can get a stream going, we'll have a stream at night, bonus stream, and then we'll maybe take Monday off. But we'll see. We will see. We will see. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being awesome. We'll probably have to take Monday off anyway, regardless. Actually, yeah, we'll probably have to take Monday off. So thank you guys for being incredible. Love you guys so much, and we'll see you